and welcome back to the Harbingers D&D campaign. We are so excited to be back for another session and to hopefully finish off our little Halloween special here. Um We are super excited to announce that Parker from the Nat One Nerds is here again to help us and finish with this story. We're super excited to have Parker here. And if you guys haven't checked out the Nat One Nerds, please check them out. You can follow them on Facebook and Instagram, and they are just awesome. They make the best podcasts. So, about a whole bunch of different TTRPG systems. So, please check them out. Parker, anything you want to add?
No, we just recently published our Game Master episode for the One Ring system. And so we got one last episode where we're going to be just doing a quick review of the system since I already gushed over that system. Then after that, we'll have one more episode. Then we'll be going on our season break for the holiday season. So,
Hey, awesome. Alrighty. Well, we are super excited that you guys were able to do that, and we're excited that you're here to help finish off this Halloween season. Oh, yeah, that's right, all everyone. Halloween is on Tuesday, so super excited. Um, with that, I don't believe there's any other announcements, Sierra, right? No? Okay, perfect. I always have to check with Sierra because she's way more on top of announcements than I am. So, queen her.
It's the notes, I'm telling you.
It is the notes. The notes give her power. Alrighty. Well, without further ado, we're going to jump into our recap of last session and then hop right back into the session. So, give it away for Sierra.
Hey, okay. So, last session, the town was in chaos. The party is split up. Dusty is looking for Nuri, and Nuri, with the chaos, turned invisible, ran for the library, dodging guards and townsfolk in danger. And when she was about to open the door to the library, she could hear some children or a child screaming in the distance or crying. And she fought off the urge to just ignore the people and went to help the child. It was a big moment for her, a big moment. During this, Dusty was getting really close, and Houdini was able to make contact with Nuri, and Houdini just started following, and Dusty, in his blind faith, followed along, and that eventually led to the party meeting up. But the rest of the party was facing off against some monsters, and in the process discovered that Echo, their own undead friend, had become a mindless zombie after their brains as well, which was a little hard for Val, it seemed like. But he pushed that away and broke into the house where the green beam came from, while there were targets throwing stones, a bugbear saying you can't dunk him, insults were being thrown back and forth between the groups. Val broke in, there was ghosts, there was a, what's it called? Some kind of monster that was like a stone monster. I don't remember its name. And it had a broken wing so it couldn't fly. And in the middle of it, there was a book open and just green light coming out of it. And so Val and the team were all getting whacked from different sides, and they were all getting really close to dying. And there was a spell cast into the unknown, and we didn't know who was hurt and who was fine. It was total chaos. But in all of it, Val closed the book, and the light vanished, but the spell did not end. And Nuri and Dusty came into the battle, and Dusty summoned a ton of snakes, which helped take down the monsters. And Nuri tossed a goblin into the air for 10 minutes to save a child. And they tried dispelling the magic on the book, which didn't work. They tried dispelling the magic on a creature, and that didn't work either. It was just chaos, and everyone was running around and screaming. It was great. And they were able to stop the gargoyle, that's what it was, the gargoyle, in the house with the broken wing, to find out he was a young adult who had stolen this book from Atura, who's in the haunted house, because he wanted to win the costume contest. And the gem he used to do the spell was consumed, and it was a language no one in the party could understand except through a spell through Amaris, and trying to undo the magic themselves didn't work, much to the frustration of Douse, who just wanted to immediately go to Atura. But Val did express some concern that Atura would have such a book in her possession because this language is from an area that's not so good. So the party decided, all right, we'll go in and we'll get Atura, which all those people are going to be monsters. So yay for them. And the goblin in the air turned out to be a little girl who was actually chasing and attacking her brother as the goblin. And that's where we left off, entering the tavern. Well, the haunted house in the tavern. We were already in the tavern. You're welcome. I'm here all week.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Sierra. One note to add as well is that when you guys entered the tavern, the lady who was dressed up like a warrior barbarian, she's at the bar just consistently being served drinks by the bartender, who's just refilling all the cups that she drains and just sliding them into a row next to her so she can just keep drinking. Sorry, can you guys hear that? All the screaming? Okay, good. My roommate's
They're
just
screaming
screaming
over
in the other
there.
room.
Wow.
Maybe it's just in your head.
No, they're watching The Bachelorette.
Oh.
Oh, that's
So, yeah.
scream worthy. I
Yeah,
would be
that's
screaming too
scream-worthy.
if I were watching The Bachelor.
Alrighty. With that, you guys are in the tavern. The guy who was in like the bugbear costume goes over and he sits in one of the chairs and he's like, I'm just gonna chill here now. Just take a break. Um, and well, where did I write this down? Garm. And Garm, the guy in the gargoyle costume, goes and sits down next to him.
So who wants to go in first? Nuri's just pointing to the upstairs.
Well, Amaris is going to look at everyone. It's like, okay, there's Nuri, there's Dusty, there's Val. Where is Douse?
Douse seemed to have wandered off for the foreseeable future for right now. Because Douse is, oh, that's right, Dane is not able to join us tonight.
Oh,
I guess that
no.
wasn't an announcement. Whoops.
Yeah, we did have one
I don't know
announcement.
what it
Sorry,
was.
guys.
Parker in my head clicked as Dane. That's wild. That's really weird. Dude, Dane's not here. Dane,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I love you.
I was like, something's missing. I knew we were missing something. I'm so sorry, Dane. We loved you.
Oh no. Hey, welcome, Parker. How's it going? Oh no, Douse. Okay, whatever.
All right, Douse is gonna be
off to help
chilling
people.
right now. He got a bit of the stomach flu, so he's gonna go chill over in a stall.
Something about
It just hit
seeing
him.
the zombie. I don't
Yeah,
know.
being punched in the gut and hit by a morning star unsettled his stomach quite a bit.
Yeah, you know. As you do.
You know, yeah.
He's just enjoying the barbarian woman at the bar drinking.
Yeah.
He's more likely out helping people than drinking.
I don't know. No, I'm kidding. You're probably right.
I'm gonna say DM, he is recovering from being beaten up.
Okay.
All right. I have an idea. Okay, Dusty says aloud. Well, I have an idea. I haven't really tried this yet, but let's give it a shot. And then he starts to his side and pulls off his what color is it? Rust. It's like a rust color bag. He pulls it out and starts pulling out the small, soft, fuzzy objects to try and create some animals with his magic item.
Oh,
So I'm
yes,
gonna-
the bag of tricks.
Yes. We're going to do this just 3 times in a row since we're not in combat. I haven't tried it out of combat yet. Okay. I'll roll them here. Let's do that.
And
So
as he's doing that, Amaris is going to be like, well, I was going to suggest letting Douse go in first, but seeing as he is currently unavailable, I was going to suggest Nuri next because she's the next strongest, in my opinion.
Okay, you've
You
got
mean
'em.
like strongest, like I haven't been hit strongest, or you think I'm like, no, I'm just like strongest?
I mean, you do know some very powerful spells.
Okay, I'll take that too. Thanks.
I'm absolutely willing to go first, especially with my. And he like starts tossing these small lumps out of his bag as he's saying, especially with my entourage. And he like throws out one, and it turns into a rat. He just kind of like looks at it, like winces a little bit. He's like, let's try that again. And he's gonna try pulling out another one.
Please be another rat.
I believe he can have 3 out at the same time. So we're just
Why
gonna
do I
toss out
have
another.
like why do I have 3 different kinds of cat pictures, but I don't have a rat? Sorry, guys.
Oh, rat.
I
I also
also-
here. Wait,
Well,
I'll pull up
here's the thing. Here's the thing. We can have it match the picture if we just take the R and bend it a little bit and then put it back in.
Yes. Okay. He also summons a giant goat. So the second one, he pulls out a giant goat, and he's like, "Oh, okay, that's a little more like it." And then he reaches in and pulls out the last fuzzball, which comes out as an owl, which just kind of happily floats in the air as it like descends onto a table and like starts pecking at some leftover food from the citizens running away. And he's like, "Don't do that." He like waves towards it and it stops.
Now just
Great. We've got Houdini Jr. and an animal that can most likely eat the costumes off of everyone we meet.
Okay, that's something.
I could
Alrighty.
also go upstairs to take a look.
Okay. Alrighty, and Greg, I have given you control over your animals.
Fantastic. I'll put their HP in and everything.
So Val, you're heading up the stairs?
If nobody objects, he will pull out his rapier and start sneaking up the stairs.
Okay, alrighty. I'm gonna say Echo is gonna be chilling over here with Douse. He's not feeling too hot either.
That's fair.
Yeah, he just got beat
Very
up by
fair.
his friends. Okay. Alright, I'm moving you to the other side of the map as you start to come up. Alrighty, anyone following him?
Nuri will.
Nuri will.
Amaris will too.
Okay. Hold on. I gotta scooch some room over here. Okay.
Suppose Dusty's gonna come up too. Although there is one problem. A giant goat is actually a large creature. So I don't know if he can actually fit up the stairs.
Yeah, the goat's gonna have to stay down.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Poor goaty.
Are you taking your other animals though?
Yeah, he'll take his rat.
No.
and his owl.
Wait. Nuri has a bag of holding, right? Maybe we could just slip the goat into there, take it up the stairs, and then just dump it out.
Well, magically
does
that doesn't
work?
actually work because the bag is only like this big, and that creature's like this big, and there's no way I can get it in this hole. So
We just
No.
shove it in.
You could get its head in, but the rest of it couldn't fit, so it wouldn't actually go in the bag. And even if it
Well,
did,
what if
it
it
would
was-
suffocate. It would die
What if-
immediately.
No, you just keep the top open. That way air can go
That's
in.
not how it works. There is no airflow. You see how it's empty in there?
Dusty
It's
like
because it's a different dimension.
he like pats the side of the goat's head, and he's like, nah, he'll just stay down here for now. It's all right. And then he's like, we'll be back down. If anything comes down after us, I mean, start fighting it. But you can stick down here. Just don't eat anything. And then he just kind of like nods towards it and then heads up the stairs.
So it's Val, Amaris, Dusty, and then wait, no. Val, Nuri, Dusty, and then Amaris. Is that the marching order correct?
No, it was Val, Nuri, Amaris, and Dusty. I've already moved you guys
Dusty's
on.
last. Okay.
So Val, you start heading up the stairs, and you notice on the far end there is a mound of a swarm of spiders, and they will spot you, so combat will start.
What if I don't know, with everybody following behind me, I did roll for stealth. I got a 17. But I don't know with
17.
everybody following me how that would work. 'Cause these
Well,
are
let me roll
do
for
like
their
the-
perception real quick.
All right.
Okay, so they wouldn't see you. Is anyone else trying to go up stealthily?
If Val was being stealthy, Nuri would copy what he was doing.
Yeah, we'll stealth
Yeah,
up there.
same
That sounds
here.
like a plan. Yeah, let me roll
Okay,
for
okay,
that.
everyone
Follow
roll.
the babysitter, you know.
Yeah. He knows better than we do. 7.
Where is my stuff?
Glad I need 2 hands to count the number I got. Hey, for Nuri as well, 2 hands. Costs 2 hands to make 9.
I got it.
Well done. Hey, again, 2 hands. 10 on Amaris.
And what did Val get? Oh,
I
Val
got
got a
17.
17. Okay. So, Val, you start to sneak up these stairs, just silently stepping up. And what you come up into is just this, is the same tavern that you knew before, that you had gone through with this little, whoopsies. I'm gonna add some spider webs here. We can, I don't know if you guys can even see that. If it even does anything. You guys see the little webs we're adding here? Okay.
Yeah. Webs on the ground.
Yeah.
I see 'em.
there's- There we go. Okay.
Wet pasta.
Alrighty. So you guys, you notice and you come up and you notice that there are patches of all these like thick webs. Okay. Which you know from experience are not very nice to get caught in. And you notice that there is a swarm of spiders on the far end as you come up here.
Now, when you say swarm of spiders, are they like swarm spiders or like
Yeah,
the
they're
big
like-
spiders?
They're like little tiny spiders, but it's like a bunch of them in a
Mm.
swarm. Like I wonder if this has a description. It does not have a description, but it's basically just a medium swarm of tiny beasts. They're arachnids, excuse me. Okay. Alrighty. So I am gonna have us re-roll initiative.
Okay.
Because as the rest of your party comes clomping up the stairs, there's squeaks of the floorboards. Yeah, these spiders notice you.
19.
11.
Okay.
Okay, is that a nat 20 or a dirty 20?
That is a nat 20.
Oh, his stealth came in handy.
Okay, awesome. Let me add a turn for you guys. So give me one sec. There we go.
What did you get, Greg?
What was that?
What did you get for your initiative?
Oh, I haven't rolled yet. I'm waiting to roll to put it on so that I can just click it and then roll it, and then it goes right on the tracker.
Okay, you can go ahead and roll.
Yeah, 15 is not
15.
bad. That's not bad. That's pretty good.
Okay, let me sort this. Alrighty. So we're gonna kick it off with Val, as you can tell that the spiders are like triggered, kind of a thing.
They're okay. All right. So Val, after sneaking up very professionally, and then the rest following not so stealthily, he'll notice the swarm, kind of notice them, and I think what he's gonna do is he's very mindful of where all these creatures are coming from. So I think he's just going to do some vampire shenanigans here, and he's gonna dash, and he's actually gonna use the wall and walk along the wall, and just kind of essentially he's gonna run past the spiders down to the end of the hall.
Okay. Um. Okay, there are some like tall webs that will cover some portions of the wall. So where are you trying to go? Are you trying to go kind of around on the side here? Because you can go on the wall around this way if you were to go back around.
That's kind of what I was thinking, because from the
Okay.
angle that he would be running toward the hallway, that would be the wall that he would notice, like have
Okay.
visual on. So he's gonna try that. I mean, if the web slow him down a little bit, he's got a lot of movement.
Okay.
So
Alrighty, so you can go on ahead.
cool.
Let me close that door.
Go. Yeah, he's gonna go
Okay.
all the way to the end. And he'll just he'll ready an action to defend himself if needed.
Okay. Alrighty, you may do so.
Yep. That'll be my turn.
Alrighty. Well, now we are going to Amaris.
Okay. Amaris is thinking about what she
Oh.
can do and just huh?
Wait, can we actually pause on Amaris's turn? I forgot that we have a home rule here that if you roll a natural 20 on initiative, you get an additional action.
Ooh. Well, what to do with my action? I wasn't planning on attacking anything this turn because he doesn't want to kill anything.
Except you have seen that when people under the spell have been killed, they don't actually die. They revert to their normal form.
That's
no matter the
true.
damage taken.
That is true. That does make him feel better. I think I'll still go ahead and have one of my actions be prepared to defend myself. But the other action I think will be to try to open the door in front of me because it looks like it's closed.
Okay, it is closed. And you can actually click on it to open it.
Oh, Very cool. Cool, it's not locked.
Alrighty, you open it up to reveal. So as you're running down these hallways, you notice zombies in these rooms. As you're running past with the speed of a vampire. But you do notice a hag kind of cackling over this witch's brew, and she goes, and she kind of her eyes and her gaze turn towards you, and she's like, and that's your turn.
Yeah, I suppose that would be my turn.
Uses the rest of his movement to just close the door.
And never mind. Alrighty, now it is Amaris's turn.
All right, so Amaris is looking at all of her options here. And there are two complications going on. One, if she uses certain spells, it'll most likely cause structural damage to wherever they are. And two, she does not want to touch these spiders. So she is going to cast True Strike on the spider right in front of her.
True strike? Okay.
Yes.
Alrighty. So with True Strike. Okay, so that was your turn, so now you'll get advantage against it on the next turn.
Yay.
Okay, awesome. Alrighty, and that's your turn? Are you gonna move at all?
Nope, I'm staying right where I am for the time being.
Hey, awesome. It is their turn. I'm gonna start off over here as these spiders are going to crawl over and they are going to actually wait. He just ran past them. Actually, the spiders are just gonna come towards they're gonna come towards Val. They're gonna attack Val. So Val, you are defending yourself. But they are still going to attack you. Okay. With a 9 to hit. Does
Nope.
not hit. Okay. So they come and they swarm and they start swarming around your boots and spiders are crawling up your legs.
In my like my like
Can you say that one more time? You cut out for a second.
oh, for my I'm just gonna stomp on them. Just seems
Alrighty.
like
Just trying to stomp and shake them off.
yeah, which would be probably an unarmed strike.
Yeah, I would say so.
Oh, I'm not doing a very good job of it though. That's a 3.
Read a hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you were not stomping. They are on your legs, on your feet, crawling up now. They actually don't take up this space. They can actually be on the space of another person. So right now they are just like swarming on you.
Pretty Emily's determined to kill one of the babysitters by the end of this.
I guess. But they didn't even hit you, so they're not doing damage. They're just crawling all over you. Also, what you three on the stairs did not notice until now, but right above you is hanging a giant wolf spider. And you notice as this wolf spider is going to jump down and attack you, you notice that there are a few more that have been hiding on the ceiling. So the first one is going to attack you, Dusty. Oh, I need to go back onto the...
Oh no.
Is going to attack you, Dusty. I need to be on the right monster card. Has a 10 to hit.
That misses.
That misses. Okay.
Yep.
Sierra, the other one crawls over the ceiling above you and attacks you with a 8
Weird.
to hit.
An 8?
Yes.
It misses.
And then another one attacks you
Oh, me. Oh, shoot.
with a, finally, 18 to hit.
That hits. I'm a wizard.
Okay. Alrighty. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Constitution. Here we go. 21.
Okay, you succeed. But you still are going to... Okay. You are going to take 5 points of damage, and 1 point of that is poison damage.
5 points? Okay.
Yes, and 1 point is poison damage. And then
Okay.
another one is crawling over here, Amaris, and it's attacking you. With a
Oh, that was the wrong way to do it.
6 to hit.
Ah, that misses.
Man, only one thing is hit tonight so far. That's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. Okay. Alrighty. Oop, what is happening? Alrighty, Val. Zombies are coming out now, and they are attacking you. Some of them cannot reach you physically. Actually, this guy is going to come. Oopsies. Oh, heavens to Betsy, come on. He's gonna come down here and kind of be moving around. And he is going to wait. But, Val, you are first being attacked by our very first zombie. With a 13 to hit. It misses. Now the second zombie is going to attack you. With a 8 to hit. It misses. Guys, this is not my night.
Man, I really like those dice you're rolling. That's real nice.
I keep rolling like 3s.
Yeah, just
And
don't
look-
switch sets. Keep those ones. Those ones are
Oh.
good. I like
These
those
are the
ones.
ones that kept succeeding on the saving throws last time.
Oh, okay. Just don't
Yeah.
use them for saving throws. It's fine.
Oh. Oh, I see. Maybe I should go to my other dice. Alrighty.
No, I think we're good with the first set you were using.
This is good. These ones are fine.
Alrighty. Well, pulling up this card real quick. So from in here, the witch is kind of over her cauldron and she's laughing as she looks at you, and she kind of quirks her head to the side as the zombies are trying to maul you, and spiders are crawling up your legs and nothing's happening. You're just like blowing it all off. Like, if you guys are looking over at Val, it looks like he's getting swarmed, but he's just literally like, no, 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 shaking off his legs as he's doing it. It's a wild dance, and he is not getting touched.
I was about to say that's probably the reason why the zombies can't hit him is because he's trying to get the spiders off, and so as he's doing it, like they just keep
He
missing.
hasn't even realized the zombies are there yet. He's he's just trying to get the spiders off.
Crazy dance.
First priority, spiders.
Gotta get the spiders away. Okay. Well, for this, the witch is actually going to cast a spell. She is going to start as she kind of like eyes you and kind of looks you up and down a little bit with a little crooked grin. You see her start kind of like dip her hands into the fog coming out of the cauldron, and she comes up with this little bit of light that she starts to circle around in her palm and then fire out towards you. And we are gonna roll to hit.
Dodge it. Dodge it. Let it hit the zombies.
Okay. This is going to be an 18 to hit.
That does hit.
Okay. Alrighty. This is Witch Bolt.
Oh, freak.
So
Wait, it hit?
It hit. So it is that is 11 points of damage as a streak of lightning shoots from her palm and hits you square in the chest. And that streak is still there. So that means that on subsequent turns, she can still continue to damage you.
Yeah, that's the worst part about that spell. I am gonna use my reaction to uncanny dodge the first part.
The first part, so
It still hits me, but I just take half damage.
yeah, half damage, which would be 5, I believe.
Yep.
Okay. And then without even and then hold on one second. I need to roll real quick. Does a dirty 20 hit?
Yes. That
Okay.
would hit.
You just came running into the monster den. The Tavern of Terrors. Okay, this is 7 points of damage, okay? As you feel something just stab you on your lower back. And you can kind of turn and see, I don't really have like the best image, but you see a little imp there. That's just kind of flapping and it just stung you. And I need you to make a constitution saving throw.
Oh. That'll be 19.
19. You succeed. So you're only going to take half poison damage. So that's going to be 4 points of poison damage. That's already halved. From this imp that just stung you in the lower back. There are a lot of monsters on this board. Woohoo, it's the Tavern of Terrors! The haunted house has just become a lot more real.
Oh no.
I feel like this is the Tavern of TPKs.
The Tavern of TPKs.
This is why you're here, Parker.
So Emily can fulfill her dream of
No! I mean, I have TPK'd a party before, but in a different campaign. And it was an accident. Sierra was there. She knows the terror. I was testing out monsters, Sierra. Don't blame me.
Sierra's just
Traps,
like, really?
actually.
Oh yeah,
You've TPK'd us twice.
Okay, well, it was your idea to come charging. It was your idea to come charging into a place that you knew was a trap. You knew it was going to be a trap. And you were like, let's just go running through the front door and trigger every trap on us.
We didn't know there were going to be actually traps. We thought it was going to be an ambush. There's a difference.
Could have handled the
one that
ambush,
they had
huh?
hours to prepare for.
Okay.
And you went through the front door too. Like you didn't even look for another entrance.
Hey, we learned don't listen to the barbarians' plans, okay? They don't work.
Yeah, I can't believe you went with it.
Okay,
Anyway. It is now Dusty's turn.
Hey, it's me. Quick question.
Yes.
Do you think a large creature would be able to fit through this hallway?
No.
Right here. Okay.
No.
Well, that is unfortunate. So what we're gonna do then, we are going to do a fancy thing. So first, I'm going to use my
The
bonus
Tavern of
action.
TPK. Are we actually going to title this game the Tavern of TPK?
I think that's a good name. I don't know about you.
I think we should do that only if we actually get a total party kill, okay?
Yes. But then it's spoilers. It's not as fun. If it's clickbait if it doesn't happen, and it's spoilers if it does. There's no winning here. It's over. Okay.
Alrighty, Dusty.
First, we're going to command my owl and my rat to fly past everything safely and defend our boy over here. And what they're gonna do is
babysitter.
Yeah, our babysitter. I gotta babysit the babysitter. It's fine. So we're gonna have the owl pick up the rat with its feet, and it is going to. I hope you appreciated that. Yeah. And the owl will move forward with the rat, and if Val is about to get hit with anything, the owl's just gonna drop the rat in the way of the attack. And then if the rat's gone,
it's just a kamikaze here.
Yeah, it is. And if the rat's gone, it'll just drop itself in the way of the attack to try and absorb the damage. Additionally, we're gonna use a new animal for my conjure animals. I'm getting creative here, guys. I'm using the same spell but different creatures.
Oh my gosh.
Gonna be a different kind of snake.
Actually, kinda. It's more like a big mosquito. So we're gonna summon some sturges.
Oh, sturges, the mosquitoes of the D&D world.
Yep, we're gonna summon some of those, and there is 8 of them.
Okay.
It's okay. They're tiny beasts. They can fit through the cracks. I asked if a large beast could fit through there. You said no, so I decided this was the better option.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm gonna use my picture I have of a rock.
All right.
And we're gonna make it tiny.
But it wasn't a rock.
Well, okay, it's called a rock. ROC. Okay, we're gonna
let's see.
Controlled by Dusty.
And yeah. I love this spell. I love this spell because it makes my DM work really hard for almost no reason. I could have done something else. I could have done anything else, but instead, hey, Emily, if you ever think I don't like making you work, just remember I do. I really do.
Yeah. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say is yeah.
I have a feeling she has an entire folder just filled with like animals I can turn into and stuff. Just for having a druid in the campaign, you guys.
I have a ton of animals, but there are some animals that I don't have. Like I don't know why I still haven't made a goat token yet.
Or a rat token.
Or a rat token. I need a rat. Let me write this down. And an owl, apparently. Okay, we're gonna write rat, goat. I mean, we haven't had Houdini on the map. Like at all. What, Sierra?
I'm offended for Houdini. Just kidding.
On behalf of your owl.
Oh, I see. All the offense was taken. Okay. So, short version. I am jumping them on in this order. 2 on these 2 zombies in the hallway, and then 4 on the witch at the end of the hallway. Okay. And
4 on the way.
they are going to attack her relentlessly. Now
They get advantage.
They do get advantage. Also, wow. Okay. Yep, we're gonna attack.
Also, if anyone, even in the audience or any of the players, if you guys think of animals that I should have tokens for, drop it in the chat and we'll just add it to the list.
Yes. All right. So first attack.
On who?
We're gonna start with the zombie here in the front. So the first
Right.
2 on the zombie. Do they have advantage?
They
Do
should.
they get
There's 2 of them.
Do
Either
they
side
get
of them.
flanking bonus?
If they're on either side of him, which they are.
Yeah, I mean,
Sure, yeah.
nice. Okay. Let's start rolling. So the first attacks against the zombie.
Okay.
Okay. That's the first one to attack. 10. Does that hit?
10 does hit the zombie.
Oh, nice. Okay, so then we're gonna roll some damage, which is 1d4 plus 3. Well, it's not that bad, right?
Actually, the 8 does hit the zombie too.
Okay. Unfortunately, that was just one attack. That was just with advantage.
Oh, okay.
So the 10 hits. We'll see. That's the damage. It takes 6 points of
damage.
magical
Okay.
piercing damage.
Alrighty.
And then the second one's going to attack it. It also hits with a 24.
Dang.
It takes 4 points of magical piercing damage. Okay.
Alrighty.
That's the first zombie. Second zombie, for those keeping track at home. The attack with advantage, 22 to hit. The other one is a 14 to hit, so both hit.
Both hit.
So it's 4 plus 7, so 11 total.
Okay, 11 points of damage.
Okay,
Alrighty.
now on the witch. Okay, first attack is a 24 to hit.
24 does hit.
Does 11 hit?
11 does not hit.
Okay, so 1 hit. Does a 13 hit?
13 just barely hits.
That's 2. And 24, so that's another hit. So 3
Okay.
hits.
3 hits, so 3 times she's going to have to roll her constitution save for the spell.
Okay, and we'll just roll bulk damage because all of them can only deal under 10 per attack, so we won't worry about that.
Succeeded on that one with a nat 20. Okay, she
Okay.
succeeded all 3 of her constitution saving throws.
So this,
How much damage is that?
she takes 15 magical piercing.
Oof. She is
So-
hurting.
Oh, good. So now for any Sturge that hit successfully, they are now attached to the person that they bit. And that will work for an effect they have later. I'll just give them all little marks on them. I can do that. So we'll just...
Oh my
So
God.
all of them are
ones that-
attached but one.
Yes,
Yeah,
all
all
are attached
of
but
them
one.
are attached but one.
So the ones with the red dots are attached. And that is where I end my turn.
Alrighty, Dusty. It is now Nuri's turn.
Okay, Nuri's gonna try and push Amaris down the stairs. Not as her action, just to try and get her out of the way. Just push her down the
Yeah.
stairs.
Why are you pushing her? She's
Yeah.
behind you on the stairs.
Yes, I'm doing an area effect spell. So I'm pushing
Dusty's
her out of
behind her.
the way. Well, we'll catch her. She's like, I don't know if I can do that for my movement to just like shove her down the stairs.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's gonna take your action to try and shove her.
How hurt are you, Amaris? Do you look hurt at all? So I'm not gonna use my action for that. I'm surrounded.
Okay, so actually I do remember this at like near the end of last session. Dusty
Greg
did
healed
heal
everyone.
us. Dusty healed us.
So you're
So
fine.
I'm at full HP right now.
Yeah, he healed
Okay.
you guys a little bit. I don't remember how much. I'm trying to find the map to see.
So for the audience, Val just said in our online chat, that's the most terrifying question a wizard can ask a party member.
How much health do you have?
So Nuri looks for a moment like she's gonna shove you down the stairs, Amaris, and then she just stops and kind of lifts her staff up and does a little twirl with it and slams it into the ground. And
On the
these
stairs
moons,
that you still are on.
And these blades are gonna appear around her, and they're gonna just start spinning in a quick motion and spiraling outward and stabbing and slicing everything within 5 feet of her.
So wait, hold on. If you're pushing me down the stairs, doesn't that need to be like a strength versus strength or something?
Well,
No,
she
she's
looked like she was
not.
gonna do it, but she doesn't because I take her action and she's surrounded. So she looks to you like she's gonna push you, and then instead grabs her staff and spins it. Okay, so I cast Sword Burst. It's a cantrip. So all other creatures need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Oh, the spider.
It's not a lot of damage, though. It's okay.
What do they have to roll to succeed?
They have to beat 14. Well, I guess they just have to roll 14. 14
The first
succeeds.
one succeeded. The first one, nat 20, succeeded.
That's 2 nat 20s I haven't put up, Craig.
I know, right? You said a 14? Okay, one failed. And then the last one succeeded just barely.
Was that all 4 of them?
So this one on the corner, he failed. The rest of them succeeded.
Okay.
Is that
so
2 nat 20s or just one?
Well, the witch rolled a nat 20.
Yeah, so
earlier.
technically I have rolled 2 nat 20s at this point.
Emily, switch your dice. This is ridiculous. I want
switch
your
it?
curse back.
Okay.
Megan,
These
you need to make a
spiders have
dexterity
not
saving throw.
damaged you guys at all. Except
Wait,
Sarah.
I need to make a dex save?
Yeah, you're within 5 feet of me. That's why she was gonna shove you. These blades
Make the
just appear
save.
and start slicing at you, man.
Oh, this is not going to bode well for Nuri.
Hey.
If I fail this, it is not going to go well for Nuri.
Hey, this is payback for the rune thing.
You save. It's 14.
Succeeded.
So the only one it hits, which is a big old rip, takes 5 points of magical damage.
Okay.
I
know,
yeah.
that is really sad. I mean, they are spiders, so their dexterity
Force,
is
so
higher
it's-
than other.
Force damage is what they take, if that matters, both.
Okay. Yes.
And then for her bonus action, she will have her spectral words move forwards because they can move through creatures. So it's just gonna go like a snake and slither out of this gathering.
Okay.
And it's gonna go right here. The little
Okay.
squares. And then that'll be her turn because she can't go forward, so she can't go back, and she's in a bad position.
You could be Val right now.
That's true.
Just saying.
Val is in a very bad position. All I see is just red over here.
I mean, most of it's friendly red, though. So, I think he's fine.
Nah, Val's already dead anyway. It's whatever.
You're like, it's fine. Okay. Alrighty, it is Val's turn now.
Yeah, so I was gonna do something, but I'm actually not gonna move at all. And I'm gonna have my rapier out, so I'm gonna stabby stab the hag in front of me.
Oh, so you are gonna have to move forward though, because she is technically 10 feet away from you.
Oh, is she?
Yeah,
Oh, rip.
that's why she didn't have like any disadvantage on her spell.
That's true. Oh, that is so unfortunate. Okay, maybe I will go back to my original plan. Um, I am going. How does the door open
The
between
door,
me and her? Yeah. Does it
um,
swing outward toward me or does it swing inward
it
toward her?
swings inward towards her.
Oh, even better. Okay, so Val's gonna go inside right in front of her face, and he's gonna kick the door closed behind him.
Okay.
So
Okay,
I
I'm
don't
gonna
keep getting hit from behind over and over again.
already
'Cause I was luckier last round. I don't plan on being that lucky again.
you got
So
very lucky. I think what I want you to do for that action is I want you to roll a athletics check for me
okay.
for like kind of coming in and trying to like shut the door behind you. Um the
Ooh,
spiders on your feet will still remain
that's
on
fair.
you.
That's fair. Can't I do it like really like fluid and like dexterously?
Yeah, sure. You do an acrobatics check then.
Oh, perfect. I get +6 in that case instead of mine. Um, which
Uh
oh, it's not too
and
bad.
also the imp was also like stinging on your back. So
Um, well, I'll just use instead of my foot, maybe I'll just use my back to like to,
as you come around and okay, okay. What is your acrobatics check?
it's a 19.
19. Okay, so you come and you shake the zombies off. And you're able to like get in the door and come and shut the door behind you. You start to close it and then turn on your back and shove your back against it. You do feel like a sharp pain from where the imp was like still had a stinger in you. Um and you just hear this come out as well as the imp is just gonna take 1d4 blunt damage. Okay. Takes
Do
3
do
points.
the owl and the rat, are they able to make it in with him?
Um I would say probably no, they were on him. That was like their thing. I'll say they can make it in
Okay.
cuz that's what they were planning on doing to protect him.
So, all right. So I don't know if that counts as my full action. I was hoping to count that as like my full movement type thing. If
Um
you'll allow that.
high or
If
low?
not, yeah, there we go. I knew there was gonna be a high or low here. We're gonna go low.
It was low. Okay. You may use that as just your movement.
Okay. So, all right. So in that case, since oh, because I got that imp still on me in the spot. Okay, I can't use that. Dang it. I didn't think about that. Oh well, it is what it is. I will stabby stab with my rapier.
It's
But
Oh,
stab
you're
the
a rogue,
witch.
right? You should get your advantage stabbing stuff because she is being attacked. So
That is true.
um,
you
well,
technically have advantage.
I get advantage on an attack as a bonus action when I'm motionless. I moved.
Oh. You don't have the like extra D6s you get a roll?
Yo,
Sneak
I get
attack?
sneak attack. It just depends on how I attack in order to be able to
Oh,
implement them. So like
okay.
now this is my first row character, so I could be wrong, but from what I'm understanding is Because I know one thing I can do is I can use sneak attack on a creature if it's the only one adjacent to me. However, I got an imp and I got spiders on me.
You should also be able to just generally use sneak attack if you get advantage on the attack.
Yes. Also, since there are friendly creatures within 5 feet of the person you're
Yes,
trying
I
to
forgot about
attack,
the owl.
you do
That-
get
yeah, that's what I
sneak
was
attack
thinking
bonus.
is the
Because
friendly.
she
Forgot about
has
the
Sturges
friendlies.
on her.
Yeah,
So many Sturges.
Yeah.
I forgot
and
the
plus you've got
Sturges
the
were my
owl
allies
and the
here.
rat.
She's distracted beyond description right now.
That's also fair. Thanks, guys.
Sturges all over her.
Sneak attack's so weird. There's like so many like things to balance out, I feel like. But
Yeah.
I could be wrong. I need
So
my wife.
you do get
She's
sneak
a rogue
attack.
expert. All right, cool.
And advantage because of the Sturges.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well, I rolled pretty good. Oh, I guess I could see if I get a nat 20 because I'm pretty sure I hit. Let's see. Nine. I got 25 on my attack, but let's see if I get a nat 20
shoot.
here.
Yeah, that
Nope.
hits.
No, not 20, but yeah, still hit. Okay, so initial damage here.
This room, just like I'm just gonna zoom in for people watching real quick on this room. Because this is just one messy room right now, full of tokens. Just
Whose fault is that? Who did that?
who filled the room? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tokens that are controlled by Greg in this room. There are 3 controlled by me, and 1 controlled by Parker.
I got 6. I got 16 damage for that attack.
Okay, alrighty. Let me add that in. She is hurty. She is very hurty. As you come and you just slash down with your blade. Did you add sneak attack to that?
I did.
Dang. Okay.
It was a pretty balanced roll.
Okay. That was a lot of damage. So
Could have been a lot more.
Could have been. Oh, and she has to roll for her concentration.
Yes, and I
Which she
believe
succeeds.
that will be it for my turn.
Okay. Alrighty, that's your turn, Val. We're gonna come back on out. To Amaris. So Amaris, these blades just came like stabbing out at you, but you managed to just like back bend and they just fly over your head just a hair's breadth away from you, and then vanish. You get back up.
Well, here's how I was imagining things go. These spiders just drop from the ceiling, and Amaris just kind of like screams in panic, and from that she casts Shatter, just out of sheer panic.
Okay.
Let's see here. Need a. So it's going to be 10-foot radius, and she's going to. No, I want to put the circle. She's going to put it right there.
Okay.
So
Alrighty, so they have to roll
all those monsters need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, let's do this. Just roll for the zombie first. He rolled a. What do they have to beat?
14.
Okay, this guy fails. The first spider. Pull that up. He fails. Oh, that one, nat 1 failed. And that one failed too. Dang, okay. I was using a different dice than the one that I was using before.
Aha, the curse strikes again.
Thanks for switching.
I'm gonna switch back to the other one again.
All right,
what
so all of
happens.
them take 3d8 damage, which adds up to 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. Okay.
Would that be 18 for the one that crit failed?
Yes. 18 on this one. This one gets plus 9 because it was already injured. Let me see. Oh, shoot. Okay, with that, two of them just like fall and like their legs curl up as they just die. And then the legs that were curled up just start to like shimmer and they turn back into little kids that are like holding their heads and they're like, "Oh, ow." And they're still in Spider-Man costumes, but I'm going to put a yellow dot next to the two who are now kids again in destroyed. Actually, you know what? Let's just pull out. Let's just make this easier on ourselves and just pull out a kid token because their costumes, their spider costumes, are now destroyed. Where's my child's token? Okay, we'll just pull out this. Holy crud! Holy crud! Oh my gosh! My thing is freaking out. Okay. Boom. Is it? Oh my gosh. Okay. As they turn into back into kids that are just like cowering and sore and just like, oh, there's spiders, and they start kind of freaking out.
But also like in the middle of all that of like casting shatter, screaming in panic. That's when she sees the blades coming and does the back bend.
Yes.
To dodge it.
She's like, yeah. Alrighty. Is that your turn, Amaris?
Yep.
Okay. Coming back to the bad guys. All right, this spider is going to attack you, Nuri. It's going to bite at you with a 15 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. So it's going to do 3 points of damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Cool. Constitution. 13.
13, you succeed. So you're only going to take 5 points of poison damage on top of the 3.
So I'm taking 8 total.
Yes.
Ouch. Okay.
Okay, this other one is attacking Amaris because it did not like that noise. Oh my gosh, it hits. I'm not even going to calculate that.
Oh, geez.
It was a 19 plus its bonus, so that is going to be
Ouch.
1 point of damage for you. And then I need to make you to make a Constitution save.
All right, so just 1 point of damage for now.
1 point of damage outright. And then you need to make a Constitution saving throw to see if you can withstand the poison damage.
Nat 20!
Nat 20, dang.
Yes!
Okay. This is a nat 20 night. This is crazy. Okay.
Woo!
So it was successful. So you are still going to take half damage, which is 5 points of damage.
All right.
Okay, perfect. This zombie. Now that's a toss-up. Yeah, the zombie's just gonna kind of come around and he's not. Oh, whoops. The zombie is not able to come and like reach you right now because the spider's in the way. But you can see that he's like trying to get around. Okay, now over here, this zombie is going to attack at the sturge around it with a nat 20. A nat 20 to hit.
No cheers for that one.
Woo!
No cheers for that one. Boo.
That's 9 points of wait, oh wait, no, that's 9 points. Oh wait,
Wait, who's being attacked right now?
the sturge.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay.
It's not. That is 13 points of damage. It basically that was a crit.
It died. Oh, it died.
Are you just gonna delete one of the ones on this one?
Yeah, I'll do it here. Bye, buddy. Hope you find your dad.
he just died. This zombie's also going to attack with another nat 20. I'm literally not joking, guys. I'm not joking. That rolled a second nat 20.
Better on the Sturges than on any of us. Just saying.
Oh
Just
my
saying.
gosh.
That's wild.
I literally can't with
How
that.
many of these are Emily? Can we talk about that real quick? How many of these
I think 4 of them now.
this row, that one's dedicated to you. that one's yours. You can
Guys,
have it.
this is my night. This is awesome. Okay, this one did 9 points of damage to the sturge.
Yeah, it died.
The sturge just keeps dying. Oh. Okay. This guy is gonna come out and he's gonna be. Oh, whoops.
As quickly as they appeared, the Sturges are disappearing.
Oh no.
No.
And he's gonna be pushing on the door with a strength check. So I'm gonna have Val, you're gonna contest your strength against it because you're against it right now. So just a straight up strength check against his. Which I can't believe. You guys are not gonna believe me.
Another nat 20.
It was another nat 20. I'm pulling the camera up so the stream can see this. This the cord.
Okay,
The
those dice
nat
are rigged. Please switch
20.
back.
I literally I don't know. I just
1 in 125, in case you're curious.
Well, Val has a -1 to his strength. So unless I get a nat 20, I'm going to lose that contest.
Genuinely impossible. That's incredible.
I literally
Oh, yeah. No. No, I got an 8.
Okay. Alrighty. Oh, sorry. Woo.
Nice.
This is hard because the door is getting flung open and you're basically kind of getting shoved into this witch who kind of is like shoving you off of her. So I'm
Covered
just
in
gonna say
Sturges.
yeah, covered in sturges. So the door is just open now. The zombie will attack you. Let's see what he rolls.
I
Are we
swear,
gonna go
it's
for
another nat 20.
No, it's not really not. It is a 16.
That hits. See, this is why I closed the door to try to prevent this. I'm so
Guys, I just can't. That's 6 points of damage. Oh my gosh.
Apologies, my math was off.
5 Or was that 6? Was that 5 or 6 now? Like nat 20s that I did.
How many was it? I think you're
Uh,
at 5 total.
Yeah, 2 are not
Yeah.
Emily's. One was Val's and one was Amaris.
Hold on. So you attacked. That was 3 nat 20s in a row. Am I? Okay. Apologies. I did the math wrong. I was doing 1 in 5 because it's 5%. It's actually 1 in 20. So the odds turn out to be about 1 in 8,000. Just
1 in 8,000 getting 3 nat 20s in a row. I can't.
So well done. Switch the dice. Hashtag switch the dice.
I don't use that dice anymore. I was using the same black dice. This one's a goodie.
Okay. You used all the juices for this fight, so it's fine. Probably.
Well, we'll see. Okay.
Wild.
All right, so you took the damage. Actually, there was a point in the chat that the kids are open to attack. I forgot that the kids were there. So this zombie is actually going to go attack one of the kids. Oh my gosh, I can grab the zombie behind
Why
me.
did you mention that? Why did you mention that, Lady Noir? Why?
It's a smart move on the zombie because it's just gonna go for whatever is first there.
If you say nat 20,
Nat 20!
It was. I think it's showing it on the camera again. I literally.
In case you're curious, the mathematical probability of getting 4 natural 20s in a row is 1 in 160,000.
Did you buy a weighted dice?
I didn't. This one.
The child is dead.
This is the fate of the gods.
Dimension.
This is how it happens.
Wow.
Greg, get ready to name this episode Tavern of TPKs. It's happening,
Tavern
guys.
of 20s? How about that?
The natural tavern of 20s.
okay, but here's something. Like, this could trigger something. Like something in Nuri. This could definitely trigger something.
Dane could just pray him back alive, right? Just
like, yeah, that's what he'll do.
This zombie.
If he was here.
This zombie actually rolled the minimum he could, so it's only 3 points of damage to the kid.
To a kid. How much does he have? 5?
Yeah.
Oh.
Beefy child.
Beefy child. He's got 5 hit points. So the zombie's just like pulling at his hair basically, and the kid's like. So, because he's not eating the kid. We don't condone eating children. He's pulling his hair to get
so
to
he's
the
just
brains.
gonna pull his hair off until he dies. Okay.
No, till he gets to the brains. It was only 3 points of damage, guys. I'm hoping you can save the child. Okay.
It's not that important.
Okay. Oh, we have a Tora, the witch. Oh, and the swarm of spiders and the... Okay. Let's come back over to Val here with all the craziness in this room.
Come back to Val for a final time.
Yes. Val, you were kind of put by the door flying open again with this burst of strength from the zombie. The spiders are going to attack you with a 16 to hit.
Yep.
Okay, they get 44.
Oh, all right.
That is going to be 10 points of piercing damage.
I'm gonna uncanny dodge that.
Okay.
Somehow. I don't know how narratively, but mechanically I'm gonna do that.
Is my rat able to get in the way of this attack?
They're crawling all over his legs.
So probably not.
Probably not on this one, but he's about to get some more attacks.
All right.
So I'm gonna say with your uncanny dodge, you kind of like shake your leg, and some of them will like kind of scatter further down on your boot, um, or like further down on your legs. So,
No.
all right. So now or actually, we're gonna do the imp first, real quick. He's gonna stab you again. Not a nat 20, but a 19 plus his pluses. So I think he hit. Um, man, that is going to be 6 points of piercing damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Got 4.
4, that fail. So you're gonna take a lot of poison damage. That is
Oh shoot.
17 points of poison damage.
All right, Val's down.
No.
Oh my gosh!
Okay, so you're
Our
like
babysitter's gone!
So you're like trying to shake off the spiders. The zombie comes and hits you from behind as you feel this piercing pain in your back, and you just feel this like venom, this poison kind of like coming into your back. Um and with it you just start to get a little lightheaded and you collapse onto the ground. Um so you're not dying, you are bleeding out. Um But you guys from across the hall um, can see what's happening. Can see him collapse. I'm gonna say the rat gets dropped on top of the sturge, so make an attack roll for the rat. Or the rat gets dropped on top of the imp. So you make an attack roll for the rat.
Oh shoot. That'll be a nat 1.
That's a nat 1. Okay, the rat just misses and collapses on the floor amid all the spiders.
That's all good. You know.
Okay, Atora.
Real quick.
What is Atora gonna do?
Gonna-
See? What does... Let me pull this up real quick. I gotta pull up the spell. Okay, she doesn't really have a lot of good spells that will help her in this moment. So she is just going to, because they're all like attacking her and attached, she's just going to grab the ladle that's been in this cauldron and she's going to smack down on one of the sturges attacking her. With a 4 to hit.
Yeah, that misses. Hey, we're back, guys.
Yeah.
I think we've turned our. I think the DMs turned their luck around.
Oh no. I rolled
Maybe.
a 2. Okay. Alrighty, so she misses on her attack. Alrighty, it is now Dusty's turn.
All right. Let's just double check this real quick. Do. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're going to hop. Dusty's gonna like. How does he do this? I guess he's going to like hop up and kind of push past here a little bit. to get closer to the kids. Is there a banister between him and the kids while he's
Yes,
here?
there is a banister.
Okay. So he's
So
just gonna
you-
go like this then, and just watch this, guys. This is a new trick I'm fancy. So Dusty's gonna like move up this way and go around the banister to get to where the kids are.
Okay.
And he's going to tell them to hold on tightly. Also, does that provoke any opportunity attacks doing that?
Just from this guy, because technically you're still in the same area of the zombie and the other spider that you triggered.
Okay. I do have my shield out, so I have a little higher AC, but
Okay.
have him roll to
This
hit.
spider is going to roll, and he got a dirty 20.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay, roll damage.
That make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, con save. Is that for my concentration or a separate thing?
No, that's for poison damage.
21.
21. Okay. You succeed on that, so you're going to take half poison damage. But from the base bite, you're going to get 5 points of damage, and then add half the poison damage. So that's 3 points of poison damage. So in total,
Okay.
that is 8 points of damage.
Okay, so after that, Dusty has to make a con save for concentration.
Okay.
Total, that's 5, 6, 8, so that's less than 10. Okay, so he saves, so the Sturges are still up.
Okay.
And he's going to use his action, and as he's going to use this action to wild shape. As he's going to wild shape into a giant lizard, and he's going to say to the kids, hold on tightly, as he kind of like ducks underneath both of them as he transforms into a giant lizard to try and hop both of them onto his back as he transforms.
What size is this lizard?
It is of large category, I believe. Giant. I'll just break it up. Just over here on the side. Yes, large.
Okay. Here is your large lizard.
Fantastic.
Okay, I just gave you control over it.
Okay. So he's going to have the kids on top of him. And anytime something attacks him, he's going to do the secret mounted technique where he can distribute damage to him instead of the people mounting him.
Okay.
Secret technique. Child Protective Services. That's the name for this, I guess.
Child Protective Services. Okay. Oh.
Yep.
I'm gonna move your mini. Hold on, I gotta move these kids out of the way. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna move your mini off. Oh my heavens, Betsy, I can't move you. I'm moving your mini right here for now.
All right. I'll start rolling damage on all those Sturges attacking. There's still 6 alive, right? Is that correct? Okay. I'll start rolling.
I will say because of your size, you did displace this zombie.
Nice. I just bloop.
Pushed off.
Displace.
Okay. So for the first zombie.
Okay, that will be a 7 against the first zombie.
7 does not hit.
Okay, the next one's a 12 on the second zombie. Oh, wait, are these connected to them?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. The Sturgis special ability allows it to deal damage to anyone it's connected to without having to roll.
Ooh, okay, awesome. Then roll your damage.
Okay, so against the first zombie, I totally forgot. Against the first zombie, it is 4 points magical piercing. The second zombie, it is 7 points of magical piercing. And we're just doing the same thing where this is the closer one is the first and the further one's the second.
And you said 7 on the second one?
Yes.
Okay, they are looking hurt.
Then against the witch, 3 of them are already connected. I'll just roll their damage first. Okay. They deal 14 magical piercing.
Oh yeah, she down. She is down.
Okay. With the Sturge's special ability, when something is knocked down, or if it drains 10 hit points, they have to automatically disconnect from the target. So the 3 will disconnect, but they don't have an action.
Okay.
Well, you have one left that has an action.
I do have one left that has an action, and we're going to attack the imp, because I know that's in the room.
Okay, you can attack the imp with it. I'm gonna move it right here.
He got a nat 20 for the audience watching.
Don't need to say anything.
Oh!
Just gonna write it on the board.
Oh, to attack that nasty imp. Alrighty, nat 20 hits.
Guess the Sturge is having a snack.
The Sturge is having a snack. Okay.
Roll for damage.
Very nice.
And double the dice.
I approve the imp getting a nat 20 against it.
Yeah.
You're like,
I as
get
well
the
approve.
imp.
This is what killed you, so it's vengeance. The Sturge got upset. He was really connected to you. So the imp's now getting completely destroyed by the Sturge, who has a vengeance against this imp. It makes a lot of sense when you think about it. It takes 9 magical piercing damage.
Oh my gosh, and only because of the blunt force like trauma that it got from being smacked against the door, that pushes it over and it dies.
Let's go. The Sturge is now flying. It's not attached to anybody.
So the imp actually just vanishes in a puff of smoke. And the witch itself, she actually, let me pull out the character real quick. Yep. No. Where are you? Tora. There we go. Can we put her there for now? Alrighty. So what ends up happening is when she gets downed, basically, she falls down on against kind of her back, leaning against the bed, and her hag costume fades away, and you just see this blue-haired elf just kind of like gasping, kind of sprawled against the bed, looking very hurt, and her hag costume is just utterly destroyed. I think that was all your Sturge's actions. Is your
Yes.
owl or rat? Actually, your rat did an attack.
Yes. Well, it took a reaction
Yeah,
for an
that's
attack.
right. Your owl
We'll
and
say
your rat's on the ground.
the owl and the rat, their last command was to protect Val. So anything that tries to attack his unconscious body, it is going to intercept the attack.
There are still spiders all over him.
Oh, okay. Maybe it
Would
starts
you like to attack the spiders?
It's actually very funny because they don't really have a lot of damage, but we can do that. Yeah, we'll distract the spiders. We'll call it a distraction. Okay, we'll start. Well, yeah.
So have the rat and the owl roll to hit.
Okay, the rat. This one's for the rat. 11.
11 does hit.
Okay. Hold on. This one's for the owl. Yeah. 20 total.
Dirty 20, okay.
Yeah, we'll also
roll for damage.
So they just take 2 damage. Both of the creatures can only deal 1 damage with an attack.
Oh, okay.
But it is slashing and piercing, both of which is non-magical.
Okay, alrighty. And Dusty, is that your turn?
Thoroughly the end of my turn, yes.
Alrighty, Nuri, it is your turn.
So a lot just happened.
You see Val go down. You see the Sturges just attack rapidly, and Atura goes down. You see
children
Dusty
were
turn
attacked.
into a giant lizard and now has 2 kids riding on his back.
So she sees us all go down, and she's just gonna like shout Val's name, and then she's going to cast Magic Missile at 3rd level. It's her last spell slot for this level. Okay, so it's 3. So she gets 5.
5
And she's
missiles.
going to send So she's going to send 2 into the zombie close to her.
Okay.
1 into each of the spiders, and then 1 into the zombie near Val.
Okay. Alrighty.
It's a little spread out.
Let's do 1 for this spider in front of you first.
Okay. So that's 3 points of force damage.
Okay, so it takes 3. 1 for
And then the next spider takes 2 points of force damage.
Okay.
And then the zombie takes 7 points of force damage. And then the second zombie, close to Val, takes 4 points of force damage. And then for her bonus action, her little words.
No, you missed 1. You had
Did I
one
miss
more
one?
You had one
1,
more magic
2,
missile.
3, 4, 5. No, so 2 went on to the close zombie, and that's how they got such a high number on them. The 7.
Oh.
So 2 are on the close zombie, the one that attacked the kid.
Okay, so you just combined the total. Oh, on the
Yes.
close zombie.
Yes,
Okay,
and then the
never mind.
farther zombie got 1 attack, which was the 4 points of force damage.
Okay.
So I attacked 4 different enemies. Sorry.
No, you're good. Let me fix this. This zombie's not dead. Tracked. Okay, and I put the damage on that one. Alrighty.
So then her magical words are going to come over here. They're the little pink square. I'm putting them to the side. But they're going to just like slither around people, and it's actually going to go onto Val's body and kind of like coil as a snake. And maybe, I don't know, it's there for the next round.
Okay, alrighty, perfect. So you've got magical words coiling around Val like a snake.
Like,
Alrighty.
not around him, it's like on top of him, like a small snake coiled up with its head sticking out.
Oh, okay. Alrighty, perfect. Is that your turn?
Yeah, that's all I can do.
Okay, Val. I need you to make a death saving throw for me.
Do you want me to roll the death saving throws, or do you want to roll the death saving throws?
Ooh. Do you know how
roll
to
it. Have her roll it.
roll secret?
She could get you up.
Would you like me to roll it to keep it a secret?
I'll let you decide.
He can still roll it and keep it a secret between you two.
Yeah, do you know how to private message me on the Roll20 thing?
Yeah, I can get it to you somehow. That's fine.
It's just like it's the /, right? And then whisper.
Yeah, so
like
it's
W.
/W space GM space message.
Whatever you want.
Yeah,
you don't have to say message, but yeah.
So /W space GM. You can write a practice one too, just to make sure it sends. But yeah, that way you and I know. And nobody else knows. As you roll your death
See if I. Oh.
Okay. Alrighty. I see the number you have sent me. Alrighty. We now go as nobody knows what is happening to Val. It is now Amaris' turn.
All my damn peers apparently die.
All right.
Oh,
Amaris is going to risk the opportunity attack. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Wait, hold on. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay. That actually should be enough. At least I'll get 2 out of 3. But I do believe that does do an opportunity attack from the spider.
Yes, you do get an opportunity attack from the spider. So I'm trying to see how you guys do the corner anyways. Oh,
Corner what?
that was another nat 20.
Oh
Work a
my
different
freaking gosh.
Guys,
Emily, get yourself
swear,
a new set of dice.
I am not making this up.
So I'm going to need you to stop rolling natural 20s. I'm running out of space here. There's only room for 3 more. So
Emily, to do this, are you trying to do the square thing with the tracking? Is that what you meant?
Yeah, I was trying to do
So
that.
you drag it to where you want while still holding it down. You then click the right side, and that'll make a pinpoint, and then you can drag from there wherever you want.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Okay, new things are learned every day. All right, but it wasn't at 20 against you. Thank you, Sarah.
You're welcome.
That is going to... Oh, wait, only one. 9 points of piercing damage. And I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
So it was 9 points of piercing?
Yeah, so it's 9 points of piercing, and then I just rolled a separate thing for the poison damage, which I need you to make a Constitution saving throw to see if you take all of it or half of it.
14.
You succeed, so you're going to take only 4 points of poison damage.
All right, I'm still standing.
Woo! All right, so you come. Is that what you're singing as you come running in?
No, I'm not actually singing that, but she's going to basically run and just kind of parkour off the wall to get around the spider.
Okay.
And then start running down the hall, and as she gets to the spot,
make an acrobatics check for me real quick.
Ah, frick. Please let this be cool. It's a 7.
It's a 7. You managed to make it across, but you kind of are you were trying to do this epic cool thing, so you go for this jump, and it kind of your diaphragm just hits into the railing, and you just ooh, on there as you wrap your leg over, and then the spider just bites you, and you're just ah, and you just fall onto the ground, and you manage to pick yourself up and run over.
Dang it. So yeah, she runs over, and then as she gets to the spot that she is at right now, she is gonna do like a little jump, and as she like comes down, she like slams her hands on the floor and casts Thunderwave.
Alrighty, Thunderwave. Poor Tora is just gonna be like, have zombies flung at her.
Okay, it only hits 2. I was thinking I could get close enough to get all 3, but I couldn't. But anyway, those two need to make
Wait.
Constitution saving throws.
Oh yeah, that's 30 feet. Okay.
And the Sturges.
Yeah, the Surges need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Frick! I'm
too.
sorry, Greg.
My poor baby Sturges. Okay, let me roll those for you.
Okay, both of the zombies save.
Okay, so they take half damage.
Yep.
So it's 2 of the Sturges are hit. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. So what's the damage? Holy freak! One of the Sturges rolled a nat 20.
So one saves, the other fails.
Yes, but both
All right.
zombies succeed.
So those that have saved take 6 points of damage, while the Sturge that failed takes 12. It is definitely gone. I am so sorry.
Can we say that since he nat 20'd, instead he takes half of half instead, so that he can live?
He would still die. Don't Sturges have like two hit points?
Yeah, because of an ability, they have 2 more hit points, so they have 4 technically, but both of them die.
I'm just
Okay,
imagining them. The sound hits and they go like.
They
Yeah,
do.
just explode in a puff of feathers.
They do. They poof. They poof.
Also, to be fair, the 2 zombies that they were attached to just died from the spell also. So
Victory!
boom, and they just collapse. Oh, wait. Yeah, so the zombie dies. So what's left are these 2 dudes in tattered zombie costumes that are like, what is happening? And then one dude's gonna turn and see the actual live zombie next to him and be like, start screaming. Okay. And that's your turn, Amaris?
Yeah.
Okay, now it is the bad guy's turn. Alrighty, the spiders are going to attack the sturge, or the owl and the rat that were attacking them. The swarm of spiders. With a 11 to hit. Greg?
Against my lizard here?
Against your
Sorry, I
rat.
didn't hear.
Against
Against
your
the
rat.
rat. Okay. Yes, that hits.
It hits? Okay.
And
They are
he's
going.
dead.
Oh, he's dead. Does he only have 1
Yeah.
hit point?
He does have exactly 1 hit point, so.
Okay, I'm gonna just delete the rat off the board then. He's dead. Okay, that's what the spiders do. This zombie. High or low? Let's do high or low Val.
There's like a snake thing too that's there. That's like, hey.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go high.
Okay. This is going to go for the guy right next to him instead of Atura or you. Alrighty, he is going to roll to attack with a natural 1.
I thought you could say another natural 20.
I know. I was thinking of that too.
I know, it's crazy, huh? I was like, what? With a natural 1, he tries to claw and he just like kind of like stumbles into the wall and is like trying to right himself a little bit. And this guy just full blown panic. I'll just have all the NPCs go on the BG turn. Does that sound fair? Yeah. Okay. This guy, he's just gonna crawl backwards, and he crawls into this room where this other guy comes in, and they just shut the door. They're like, nope, not having it. These two kids are still hanging on to you, Dusty. Okay, so that was attacked by that. We'll come back and we'll do a Tora here in a second. This zombie is going to attack you as the lizard, Dusty, with a 10 to hit.
That does not hit.
Okay, alrighty. This spider comes over to the other side of you, and has advantage. Sorry, excuse me. Has advantage to hit you, Sierra, with
Oh, rip.
a 19 to hit.
Oh, that hits. I'm a wizard.
Okay, that's 1 point of piercing damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. Okay.
Natural 20.
Natural 20, dang!
22.
22? Okay, well,
There is
you
seriously
take,
going to be no room in that box.
you take 3 points of damage. Okay. The other spider's attacking you. Wow! Rolled the same exact number on its advantage with a 8 to hit.
An 8 to hit?
Yes.
Misses.
Alrighty, so you were just missed all around.
All around. Well, by 1.
By 1, I guess, yeah. You were missed. Atura is like leaning against the thing and she sees a zombie and she's like, holy freak. And she's actually going to cast a spell. She's gonna cast magic missile on him. Right. Magic missile.
She doesn't have any healing spells.
Oh yeah, because you're like dead right in front of her. Well, she's a
Well,
wizard.
she's also a wizard.
Do wizards
I'm-
have
No, we
any
don't.
healing spells?
I'm just kind of.
We can raise the dead. That's our healing.
She can help you when you're dead.
Not
but-
again. Not again.
Yeah, she's a wizard. If she were like a warlock or something.
Raise the already undead again.
Raisin's undead again, yeah.
Would I be undead dead or dead undead?
I think an undead dead?
Undead?
Unundead. Yeah, maybe unundead.
Does that just mean alive?
Or would that cancel each other out?
Does that mean you return to normal?
You
Because
return to normal.
undead would mean not an undead.
Well, if you actually died, and then if a resurrection spell was used, you'd be alive. But if you died, and she brought you back through necromancy, you'd just be a plain undead.
I'm only
Because
asking
your undead would be gone.
You're a necromancer, so when you're like, I can help, I'm like,
I can help if you wait like a few more minutes. Just kidding.
you're just a late healer. That's all you are.
Yeah.
Okay, she does 16 points of damage to this zombie here. Which kills it. It dies. And now it's just this girl who's like, huh? What? As she just like stumbles to the ground. I'm gonna say she's just gonna get out of the way and crawl into the room. The door's still open, but she sees the actually no, she sees the spiders and she's gonna crawl in and shut the door. She's like, no. That was
So she's crawling into the room with the small spiders or the room with the big spiders?
No, she's crawling into a room on the side that
Oh,
has
side
nothing in
room.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
Atora also is going to back away from the spiders a little bit and crawl up onto the bed. But she shot the zombie dead. So and that is it for the bad guy's turn. Well, NPC turn. It is Dusty's turn.
Woo!
Okay, so the commotion out there is sort of died down. Do my Sturgis even have anything hostile to attack anymore?
The spiders that are all around Val.
Okay, so we're gonna have Dusty first. He's going to make a lizard strike against the spider child here.
Against
That's
the
going
spider child or against the zombie next to you?
the spider child right next to Nuri.
Okay.
And then that will be present. Okay. Doo-doo.
When the DM shows her feared spiders through the NPCs, yeah, that's me. I'm like, that would be my reaction to a horde of little spiders. No,
Yeah.
I'm crawling away and getting as far away from them as possible.
Yeah. All right, so I
14
buy
does hit.
this one 14. So damage is it takes 4 points of piercing damage
Okay.
as I bite into it. Okay. And then
Oh no, guys.
oh no.
I did a funny. I pulled a mulligan.
You pull oh.
This spider
Nice.
child actually should have died.
Oh no.
This one on the right. I'm sorry, Nuri. How much damage did it do to you? You can take
Was
that
that one of
back.
the ones that did a natural 20? I forget.
No. No.
Start putting causes above.
It did 4 points of damage.
Okay, you can take
But if
the
it
four-
should have been dead, that
Mhm.
would have been by me, right? Last time, which would then mean that Amaris shouldn't have taken her damage.
Oh gosh, guys, I am so sorry. I was looking at the hit points of this because I've got like 2 spider tabs open and like a million other things of the
Worry
stat cards.
It's okay.
I thought it
Worry
had
not.
1 more point of health, but it didn't. It was dead.
Nice. Hey, that's +1 kill for us. So just saying.
Yes.
No harm, no foul. Nobody's died yet. But I mean, it'll be fine.
I'm gonna say this kid tumbled down the stairs and is now in the main part of the tavern. We're gonna
Nice.
do that.
Where then the goat's like, if anything comes and follows after us, attack it.
Well, I said if anything was attacking us, attack it.
Oh.
It the kid falls down and it like you just hear this like goat like this goat bleat and the kid is just like, what? And you just hear chewing as if the goat is just chewing on the kid's head or something. Like,
It's eating its costume.
yeah, it's eating
The
its
shambles
just
in
like
it. It's
the
like,
shambles of the spider costume.
I did say don't eat anything down here. I mean, it's not down there yet.
Alrighty.
It didn't originate from down there.
Exactly, precisely. It's a smart goat. So this one takes 4 damage.
Okay, I already added
Then-
that.
Okay, we're gonna have the rest of the Sturges attack the spiders.
Okay. All right, I will get on the right, correct. Okay, got the hit points.
All right.
Roll 2, hit.
Will
can
they
they
have
reach the spiders?
will they have advantage?
Oh, the little ones.
Yeah, will they?
Yeah, they'll have advantage.
Oh, okay. So I think it's like this. Is there a 4th Sturge out there, or is it just 3 now?
There's only 4.
Okay. 4, 4. Okay. So this is the first attack against the spiders. A 17 to hit.
Okay, 17 hits. You have to beat an 11.
A 22 that hits. A 23 that also hits. And then that's the 4th. So that's 24, which also hits. So all 4 hit.
Okay, roll for damage.
I don't think there's really anything for them to latch onto necessarily.
No, just because it's a bunch of tiny spiders.
Yeah, so yeah, and then 6, 12. Okay. 25.
Yeah, oh no, that
Jeez.
outright they just peck the spiders to death.
So much damage.
I'm just gonna delete them off the board.
44 plus 12. All right. Sorry, I'm just admiring the numbers. That is
Yeah.
the end of my turn.
Yeah, so the sturges just peck at these spiders and just eat them up, basically, and the spiders all die.
Oh, is that the last thing in that room?
In that room, yes, for monsters.
Okay. So after eating the spiders, the sturges are going to fly towards us to get towards the teammate to see if we can help. See if they can help us. Let's see. How far can they go? That's just... that is so satisfying. Okay. Hold on. They can move down to about there, and then that's like 5. So that's about... They have about 40 feet of movement, so they can make it to about there.
Dang, that's awesome.
Nice. Okay, that's the end of my turn.
Alrighty, Nuri, it is your turn. There's one more spider child.
So the book of her mind thing, her like magical words, it can telepathically communicate to her everything it like is seeing and hearing without having to use any action.
Okay.
So it's like sitting on Val's body. Can it tell if he's still breathing?
I would have you make a perception check for that.
Val
Would I use
doesn't
my
breathe.
action?
Parker,
Val does not breathe.
Val does not breathe, so you can tell that he is not breathing. But
Well,
You
The
probably would have
question-
noticed by hanging out with him that there's a
He doesn't
chance you
breathe.
might have noticed that he never breathes anyway.
Insight/history check?
yeah, I'm gonna have you do we're gonna have you do a history check.
is
on
that going to
that.
use my action?
No, I'll just have you do
Okay.
this on the side here.
Okay. History. Well, let's hope it's decent. Okay, that's kind of decent. 19.
Okay, yeah. No, you remember. You're like, oh wait, no, this dude doesn't even breathe normally. So
Okay, so there's no way from just being around that my words could tell whether or not he's dead.
yeah.
Okay. Amaris, do something. We're running out of time. It's just what she shouts. And then she's gonna cast magic missile again.
Okay,
The
magic missile.
spell's
I'll
battle.
just okay, where are your things flying?
She's going to do it at 2nd level, so she's getting 4 darts. So 2 are going to go to the spider in front of her, and 2 are going to go to the zombie behind the giant lizard. So for the spider, that's 8 points of force damage.
Okay.
And then for the zombie, it's 6 points of force damage.
Okay, actually both of them die.
Aha!
And this just turns into a kid right in front of you. This zombie dies, and it's this girl in this like cruddy, torn apart zombie costume. She's like confused and dazed as to what's going on, and kind of freaked out that there's a lizard right in front of her, a giant lizard. Okay.
That ends Nuri's turn. Well, actually, because this isn't a spider, she can move. She can get to like there.
Okay. Alrighty. Val, make another private roll for me. Alrighty. Your roll has been noted. Amaris, it is your turn. And because he's still going through death saving throws, we're going to stay in initiative order.
Well, not for long, because in comes Amaris, and you are in luck. I have spell slots at 3rd level that I am going to use Cure Wounds.
Woo!
Cure wounds moment.
Okay. So that is going to be 3d8 plus spellcasting ability modifier. So 3d8 plus 3. There we go. 23.
23.
Sweet.
Okay.
Normally, I would say my character gasps with new life, but there's no gasp. He just sits up.
No, he does gasp, but just for dramatic effect.
And like not even any air, it's just mouth
His
open.
eyes just like shoot open, and then he just like, oh, I'm back.
That.
Yes. Just eyes open, sits up.
Thank you.
No
Okay.
problem.
With that, I'm going to end initiative order. As there are no longer any enemies. You notice Atora, she looks just utterly exhausted. But she's like looks at you guys and she kind of like crawls around and pulls out like a box from the side of the cauldron. Um, and you see her kind of like just it almost looks like drunkenly. She's like looking through these like potions in this box. Because you just see this physical exhaustion on her. But she pulls out like a red vial and she's like, if I don't know how much you will, I don't know how much you'll need it, but it, here's a healing potion.
You drink it.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You were just down.
I'm already dead anyway. Drink it.
All right. She pops the cork and she drinks it herself. Um, Gaining some hit points. What are you guys doing?
Does she look better?
She does look better, still exhausted. Um, but she also doesn't have as many like bumps and bruises on her and scratches and stuff.
Okay. I
Amaris. Oh, sorry.
Val would look at her and immediately say, "You have to stop this curse."
What? I mean,
You have a book
Um,
of spells in Undercommon that
and Amaris pulls out the book.
Okay. She seems still struggling to kind of like grasp everything right now as she just kind of like woke up out of a trance.
Amaris is going to go up and just kind of like gently place a hand on her shoulder to steady her. And she has the book out and she's like, do you recognize this book?
She kind of rubs her eyes for a moment and looks at the book and she goes, yes, this is one of my notebooks. Well, not notebook, but book that I've gathered. It's supposed to be downstairs in my library, my private library.
Someone used a spell from this book. To be fair, he did not know exactly what the spell did. And it basically turned everyone into what they were dressed as for this festival. Do you know how to reverse it?
Let me look at the spell. And she sits down on the bed. She actually sets the bed on the side real quick and kind of digs through her like potions that are on the floor, uh, pulls one out, pops it open, and just like kind of holds it underneath her nose, and you see her just, woo, okay, I'm a little more
Smells like
alert now.
peppermint.
It does smell like peppermint, straight peppermint. She goes, do you need any? The scent just wakes you up and brings your mind back to alertness.
The spell.
Or sorry, the potion here. And she corks it back up and sets it down. Yes?
So that whole conversation has been going on, and Nuri is like over here so she can like, because her words and stuff, she like is in two places at once essentially.
Okay.
And so her words are just gonna like pop up and like right in the air, like, don't have time for this, break the curse. It's just like typing that out in the air in front of her.
And Val would gesture to that as in like in full agreement, like at ASAP.
Yes, I need
And
to-
Amaris just kind of like rolls her eyes, and she's going to be like, yes, this is something that needs to be hurried, but at the same time, using spells while in a bad state is not very healthy for the person using it or the people around them. So I understand if you need to do what you need to do.
It's all right. The peppermint is clearing my mind so I can look in this real quick. Uh she kind of looks up and she's like, so based off of what it seems like, people are turning into monsters?
Yes, based on what costume they were wearing. So,
And
for
causing-
example, and she gestures to the hallway that all the zombies were just in. Zombies, spiders. There was a bugbear outside.
And I mean, you yourselves also look like half morphed into your costumes as well.
And with that, Amaris is going to be like, and just kind of like gestures to herself.
Okay. She just kind of like, okay, let's see. She starts flipping through the pages and then sees the stab mark in it and just opens up to where that is. And she starts looking at that page and she's like, well, whoever stabbed the book cut out part of the spell. But
Looks at Val.
Val gives no emotional response whatsoever.
he's like,
He's just poker face, hardcore right now.
she goes, well, it looks like with this spell, there is a crystal that is a focus for the spell. Hold on. It looks like in order to stop this, you need the crystal. Did you guys grab the crystal?
We asked the guy who cast the spell if he still had it or where it might be, and he said that it was disintegrated when the spell was cast.
That should not have happened. What do you... Is he anywhere nearby? We can ask him a couple questions.
So Nuri hears that and she immediately just turns around because she's like hearing it from her words, and she just runs down the stairs. Just runs down the stairs to immediately
Okay.
grab that darn kid.
The darn
Okay, and like I imagine it going like this. So she asked the question just like is he nearby? Can we talk to him? And Amaris is about to respond, and then you just hear behind them Nuri running down the stairs.
Where did we leave him?
Downstairs.
In the
He's
tavern.
He's next to Douse.
downstairs next to the bugbear.
They're just sitting down like breathing. Because everyone who you guys have attacked to turn back into themselves looks exhausted, just utterly wiped. Um, like these kids end up just like coming over to the corner, cowering a bit. Also, all these webs seem to be just like falling apart now. Um,
Yeah. Dusty
and
will kind of get out of his form and just kind of like console the kids as they like move over. Then after seeing Nuri go down, he'll probably follow her.
okay, I'm
Drag
assuming
the guy
Nuri
up.
is bringing this guy up like by his ear. Is kind of what I'm imagining.
She doesn't like bring him up. She like literally just runs down there, finds him, and just grabs him by his collar and pulls him forwards and is like, "Where's the gem? It did not get disintegrated. You lied."
He's like, the crystal. I thought it got consumed in the spell. I'm sorry. I mean, I was kind of blasted back by this magic, and then things got foggy after that.
Where
Where-
was the gem when you got blasted back?
I mean, I used it. It was right next to the book when I cast the spell. There was like some green magic coming from it, and then like it got like kind of stormy and windy in the room, and then I just kind of got blasted back.
Okay, forgive me for not believing you. I'm gonna do a pat down, and she's just gonna pat him down and look for the gem.
Okay, you pat him down. Roll investigation.
Can Dusty help? He's like right there.
I'm
Giant
gonna
lizard and giant goat for
I'm gonna say,
intimidation.
Dusty, if you come over to help, like this guy down, you can help in spots
Yeah.
that maybe Nori is hesitant to touch. You know, not like
Yep.
touch,
Wow,
but you
that
know,
was
like
really
search.
sad
Back
rolls.
pockets and stuff.
Yeah.
With advantage, it's a 15.
Okay, 15 as you're searching. Um, you're like patting him down like a police officer, and he's like, I don't have it, I don't. And you find nothing on him. You find actually, you think you found something, but really it's a half-eaten caramel apple in his pocket.
She's just gonna be like growl and kind of shove him towards Dusty and be like, "Take him to Atora." And she's gonna tap her staff and turn invisible.
Okay.
And
Right.
she's gonna run out to the house, but she's invisible, so hopefully monsters don't attack her. That's her hope.
Okay.
Yeah. Dusty will bring him up. Just kind of arm on his arm, and it's like, hey, listen, I mean, magic's weird stuff. Maybe it did
Yeah.
disappear, maybe it didn't.
He's
But
like, I don't know, man.
yeah, just in case.
I
So
already feel bad enough.
as Dusty brings the kid over, Val will first say to Dusty, where did Nuri go off to?
Kind of shakes his head. He's like, well, she disappeared in front of me. Was likely teleported or something. But then she's off. I'm not sure. Didn't say.
And Val will then turn to the kid and be like, where's the crystal?
I don't know. I thought it got consumed in the spell. I don't know. Uh, I had the crystal and the book, and I cast the spell. I read the words, and then there was like some green energy in the crystal, like it glowed green. And then there was like this wind. It was like a storm was inside, and then there was like this lightning coming through the crystal, and it hit me, and I got blasted back, and everything kind of got fuzzy after that.
So you just assumed when we first asked about the crystal that it got
Yeah, that it got used up.
wonderful.
I just
Wonderful.
assumed.
I'll add that to the list of things that I will tell the nearest constable of town.
No, please.
Oh,
I just-
absolutely.
I just wanted my costume to look rad.
And you put every life in this city in danger to do it. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I didn't I didn't mean to. You
Well,
see,
maybe you shouldn't cast spells in utterly strange languages with odd objects.
he's like, I'm sorry. You see a,
Like,
a Tora. A Tora comes up and places a hand on your shoulder, Val. She seems a little bit like more recovered. Seems the peppermint's doing its job. Um, as she kind of comes over with the book and she goes, um, sorry, one second. Where was it? It was right here. She says, Garm Blore, were you snooping around in my bookshelf? Sorry, this is not her voice. Garm Blore, were you snooping around in my bookshelf again? He goes, I'm sorry, I really wanted a cool costume this year. And she's like, you see, she's like visibly very perturbed and she's, yes, I agree with him. And she kind of points her thumb towards you, Val. And she's like, you have put a lot of people in danger. This whole town. Gum.
oh, this
Listen,
isn't the first time he's taking your belongings. Oh, we'll add thievery to the list of charges then.
he's like, no, please. She goes, it's fine. Not fine. It's not fine. But, Gum, you can't go sticking your nose where it does not belong. My books are full of dangerous spells. You should not just be crying willy-nilly.
Val will turn to her and ask, with the crystal, can you reverse what's been done?
Um, yes, let me see this. If we can get the crystal together, I can perform a ritual that will end this curse.
Perfect.
But the crystals, the crystal that was used, we need that in order to end this curse. It should not have been consumed in the spell. What happened when, can you describe to me how it looked? Does anyone remember what it looked like when the spell was being cast?
Well,
Good.
yeah, what we saw, like from our perspective of it, there was a bit of what sounded like an explosion, some crashes, and then a big beam of green light was coming from the building that the spell was cast at.
Okay, it was probably being conducted up through the crystals as a conduit.
I believe there was also lightning that came down from the green light that was formed. It struck a few places, three of them, I
Yes.
believe.
3. Okay, where did they strike?
I believe one was here at the inn, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, there was one here at the inn. I think one in town square and one at the graveyard.
Yes.
Okay. All right, one in the town square. Did you perhaps find any shards of this crystal here?
Do you think it's split?
It could have possibly been split if there were only 3 strikes of lightning.
Are there any here where we are now? This
I
was
haven't
one of the
noticed
places it
any.
struck.
I haven't noticed
Mars
any.
is going to start looking around.
Yeah,
Just,
Val will start as well.
well, over here, and she kind of like pulls on like a little tug, and you see these like stairs come out. She goes, "This will give you access to the attic. You can search around up there and see."
Right.
Thank you so much for your help. And she's going to head on up.
Val will take the kid. Was it like Gum?
Garm.
Garm. Yeah, Val doesn't really care about his name. Takes him and he like puts him next to her, and he's like, "You're gonna stay here until all this is settled, and then you will be held fully accountable." And he'll go up to the attic.
He looks very embarrassed and very like he looks very guilty. Feels
Yeah.
bad.
Val has zero pity on his face, no sympathy whatsoever.
Alrighty, go for it. All right,
Gotta
so
look.
roll an investigation check while you're up there in the attic.
Dusty's actually gonna go down and talk to the bear guy and ask him if he's seen a green crystal lying around, maybe in his suit or something.
Sure. Yeah, so go and roll talk to him. We'll talk to him in just a second. I want the investigation roll real quick.
Can one of us roll for advantage since we're both up there looking?
Oh,
Oh.
you're with him? Yeah, one of you guys can roll for
Yeah.
advantage.
Yeah, hopefully you rolled
what-
better than I did.
Wait, what'd you roll, Parker?
I rolled a nat 1.
Oh no, not one nerds.
All right, so that is a 15.
A 15. Okay.
Oh wait, no, is that investigation? I think I rolled the wrong thing.
Sorry. Someone just came pounding on my door. 1 second. Holy crud! Why? Pulling off my camera and showing everyone that there is a dinosaur coming into the room.
D20s, baby.
There's a what?
Oh my god.
I heard giant sword.
He's being threatened.
I heard that
For
too.
everyone watching the stream, a dinosaur has
being-
entered my room. So give me one
Oh.
moment.
Oh, a dinosaur.
Oh, that's horrifying.
I don't know. I still rather face the dinosaur than all these spiders we've been up against.
It just came up on the stream for me. That is freaking awesome.
Quick recap of the natural 20s we had. 3 rows of 4.
Okay, so sorry for that, everyone. Someone just my roommate slammed on the door really loud and it just jolted me. And then all of a sudden the door bursts open and my roommate is dressed in a giant inflatable dinosaur suit.
Good.
College shenanigans.
Woohoo, gotta love those.
Yeah. So,
all right, so I'm sorry, I rolled the wrong thing. Can I try that again?
yes, you can roll and try that again. Oh yeah, you rolled perception, not investigation.
Hey!
That's a nat 20. Nat 20 on investigation. Yeah.
Add another one.
With you and Val working together up there, you can find a kind of like a piercing. Oh, ow! I'm so sorry, guys. Apparently the dinosaur is destroying the apartment now. It bit off our Halloween decorations.
Oh,
Alrighty.
Dang it!
so that real costume thing, it spread out to real life too then? That's just
It
an
did.
actual dinosaur there?
She's a real
Alright.
dinosaur. There's a real dinosaur in my apartment, guys. You need to do this ritual quick.
Wild.
Otherwise, we should
Amaris hears this whole Amaris hears this whole conversation going on and shouts down the stairs, "Garm, this is your doing!"
Yeah. Garm messed this up. Jumanji situation. Yes, Lady Noir. It is Jumanji over here. The game's coming into real life. Okay. As you guys are investigating, sorry for the break. That was very entertaining. You guys actually notice a piece of the roof that kind of got caved in. It's a little scorched, and you see embedded in the floor is a shard of glowing green crystal.
All right.
Amaris is gonna hover her hand over it to see if she can feel any kind of heat coming from it.
It actually, you don't feel any heat. It weirdly feels cold.
Okay. And with that, she's gonna pick it up.
Okay, nothing happens. You pick it up. You guys can head
All right.
down. Pause on Greg before you talk to this guy. We're gonna switch over to Nuri real quick. Nori, you went back to the house. It's actually just like across the road from the tavern here.
So how far, like, feet wise, would that be?
I believe it's like 60 feet. I
Okay,
want to
cool.
say
So
maybe
her words
80,
would have
80
still
feet.
been in the room then, and could have
Okay.
heard that it was like broken apart,
Yeah.
possibly. So she would actually pivot. Instead of going into the house, she'd then go and look in the dunk tank.
Okay. Alrighty. Roll investigation in the dunk tank.
I'm pretty sure that's where it hit. So
Alrighty.
Dunk me.
Well, it was the bear,
Oh.
so it would make sense.
Okay. Let's see. 18.
Okay, as you're kind of like looking at the dunk tank, you notice that like all this water is spilling out that has spilled out at this point onto the ground. The dunk tank is empty. And you notice in the center there is a tiny green crystal shard that's faintly glowing.
Okay, she'll grab it.
Okay, it's cold to the touch, nothing happens.
Okay. She'll stick it in her pocket, and her words will magically say she found a shard in the dunk tank. So if anyone looked at the words, it's just
Okay.
floating there like, I found a shard.
Atoran does notice, and she goes, "Bring it back. Come back here. Let's all get back together. Regroup."
The words change, and it's like, there should be 3 shards.
Yes, regroup so that the last one is in the graveyard, and I'm assuming that's going to be quite tricky to get.
How
That's
she
what you
know it
said
was in the graveyard?
because you guys told her that there
Because
were
we
Oh, they
told
did?
her.
strikes, and you
I was
said
like,
that the
she's
third
evil.
one struck the graveyard.
Evil vibes.
She's like, okay, you just said that, so I'm
Well,
assuming.
Nuri didn't say that in the words. That was a Sierra thing.
Oh, okay. She's like, alrighty, just come back. Let's regroup. Are you coming back?
She will send Houdini to the graveyard.
Okay.
And if he sees the shard, to just dive bomb it and grab the shard and come back.
Okay, but do you come back to the...
She'll go back.
Okay.
Boo.
You come back and you enter in right as Greg is starting a conversation with the bear guy.
Yeah. Dusty, he comes down. You probably see him like as he comes down and starts talking to this guy because he did wait a little bit. He says, "Hey, did you happen to see a shard by your when you were and he kind of like gestures to his costume. It's like the whole bugbear thing.
Not that I remember. I remember I was sitting in my tank and I just remember like bright green light and then it gets a little fuzzy after that.
See. Maybe it's still out there then. And he turns and there's Nuri coming in. Well, he doesn't see her. He's like, I'll go check by the tank. And he like starts walking out. Also, for fun's sake, he does still have his 4 Sturges and Owl up. I picture that Dusty has kind of transformed himself almost into a tree. And so he has like branches and like leaves and stuff sticking out of him. And that's where the birds and Sturges are perching. So he just has an entourage sort of deal. But yeah, he starts walking out the door to check around there.
Nuri would have heard that you were gonna go look, so this invisible force just a hand just hits your chest.
He takes a step back. He
She's like,
looks down.
I found it.
Oh.
And she'll grab your hand, and then the crystal just appears in your hand. The shard of it.
Oh, all right. I didn't realize you could do that. He taps his head. Good to know. I'll bring this up. Actually, and he stops. He pivots back towards where he felt where you were. He says, are you coming back up with us? I suppose it'd be best for us to search for the last thing together.
Yes. Houdini's searching the graveyard.
Okay. Hopefully he's able to find it. That'd be easiest.
He can see in the dark, so
That's something. I could always send, and he points up to the owl that's on his shoulder as well.
dude.
He holds out an arm and it hops down onto his hand. He says, I could always send him.
2 is better than 1.
Sure. And he looks up towards the owl and he says, go follow Houdini and find it with him.
Ooh.
And he walks out the door and lets it fly off.
Alrighty, it flies off.
Let's go. Bird advantage.
Yes,
Bird
actually.
advantage.
Bird advantage, guys. Where's the owl?
It's actually fantastic. Yeah, this one's the owl one.
Okay. I'm gonna bring him down over to the graveyard.
Wow.
And then I'm gonna give Nuri control over one.
Nice thing about having owls search for this is because of their flyby feature.
Yeah, they can just swoop in.
They could just swoop in and grab it. When they're flying out of an enemy's attack range, they do not provoke opportunity attacks. So they could even dash and go faster and all kinds of stuff. Cool.
Owls are the best.
Owl shenanigans.
Okay. You guys should be able to see this graveyard. Hold on. I didn't have time to put the things on.
I'm marking mine with an orange dot so I could just see it at a glance.
You guys,
game.
can you guys see?
Yes, I can.
No.
Nuri, it is gonna be down on the bottom half of this map.
Oh, I wasn't zoomed out.
Oh, I see.
Spooky. There's so much spooky.
Yeah, you see that there are just monstrous pumpkins from the pumpkin carving competition that are just crawling around with their vines, tongues and sharp, pointy pumpkin teeth, that are crawling around this graveyard.
Fantastic.
But you also see there's a statue right up in the top right-hand corner of this guardian angel kind of a thing, like an Asmar. And on the very tip of where it's it's holding this cross basically. And you see wedged between the hand and the cross a glowing green crystal.
No checks needed.
Hey.
Let's go.
Yeah, because it's really dark in here in the graveyard, and it's just a glowing dull gray or dull green light, you know. And with the owls, they can see.
Very nice.
Oh,
Very nice.
wait, I forgot that it was a DC 5 to pass, but I forgot to have you roll for investigation.
DC 5? How are we gonna find that?
I don't know, man. That's really hard. Well, as a base roll, without even adding the owl's rolls or doing advantage or anything, it's a 7 at least. So we're good.
So you're good. You got it. There you go.
Well, in that case, Houdini's gonna take a dive bomb at it to just try and grab it and fly.
Roll acrobatics.
Oh, now I actually have to look up its stats. Because Greg has it.
Is it just a normal owl?
Yeah, it's just an owl.
Okay, if it is a normal owl, 7 actually does not match the DC because they have a -4 to intelligence. They do, however, have a +3 to perception. So,
We'll have it go by the +3 perception.
okay, then it was 10 total. As far as athletics, it has a +1 to dex, no proficiency.
Okay, great.
+1.
Okay, but real quick, can we just remember that one of the pumpkins there has a pretty little flower on it?
Yes, it does.
Houdini rolled a 19.
Okay, Houdini goes and snatches it up and then comes flying side by side with his new friend as they fly back to the tavern. And now you have all 3 shards, guys. And you missed the last fight.
Oh, that was easy.
DM's plans.
Miss
Yeah.
it. We overcame
Well,
it.
You guys
Well,
were like,
if you think
nah.
about it this way, Val can no longer trigger all the enemies at once.
It does seem to be a hidden talent of his.
It does. I love it. He's the best.
I mean, yeah.
I don't know how you want to feel about that, but
I don't know how to feel about that as a player.
it's a
I love
compliment.
Val. He's
Well,
the best.
It means he has character, you know. Yeah.
I thought I would do
I mean,
okay
it
if
means
the
he's
door hadn't been
special.
busted open by that nat 20 zombie. Then I was like, oh, I might be
Now you're like, now I'm
I might
screwed.
legitly die now.
See,
Yeah.
I
was
feel like
tough.
the thing is that Val has the brains to survive. Like he's doing the stuff like closing the door, cutting off enemies, but then the DM just comes in with a desire to kill the babysitters.
Hold on. The desire was not there. The dice just rolled that way.
I just want to point again to the side of our natural 20s today. Just for reference, in
The
case
most
anyone's
ever
counting,
in one session.
that is 13. So
13 nat 20. Yeah, I like these dice. We're gonna keep using them.
I don't, but I mean, if you're happy with them, that's fine.
Maybe I'll use them in my Thursday night D&D where I'm the player, and we'll see if they roll well for me.
No, that's not how it works. If it rolls well for you, DM dice, it's a DM dice. Because if you switch
That's
to a
true.
player, they will kill you. And it's
This
vice
is
versa.
why
It goes both ways.
This is why I've been refusing to roll the metal dice as a dungeon master, because I don't want the dungeon master curse on it. So I'm just gonna keep rolling it as my player. Alrighty. You guys bring it back to Atura. Bring all 3 shards. And she sets up a little ritual. At this point, the cauldron has been pushed to the side. And she begins her counter ritual. Alrighty. And you see her kind of like set all 3 crystals together. And she pulls out like a piece of chalk and draws a circle around it. And then you see her kind of like looking at the book, kind of reading it a little bit, and you see her draw another bigger circle around it and start to draw like runes within that circle, in Undercommon. And you see her grab some candles. She lights them up, puts them into like what would be 4 corners of the circle, but it's a circle, you know. And she kind of crosses her legs and sits right in front of the circle, facing it. As you see her start to chant some words in Undercommon, start to say this, reading off the spell that's in this book. And you see the crystals kind of float and hover in the air, just ever so slightly off the ground. The green energy in the shards begins to kind of be pulled from these gems, and becoming this big green cloud of smoke that continues to turn as the crystals turn with this. As Atora continues to recite the anti-curse, um, and suddenly all of the green glowing energy is pulled from these crystals, and the crystals just disintegrate in front of your eyes, and this green swirling cloud of energy is circling back and forth and back or around and around in the center of this circle before shooting up and straight through the ceiling. You guys don't see where it goes because it goes like kind of like through the floorboards, and disperses, and then with that the chanting stops. The candles go out, and everything is quiet, everything is still, and from what you guys can tell, at least where you're at, things seem to be dying down. You notice that the costumes that were melded to you and like you were becoming, become ragged and just really gross looking now, just like gross costumes, that look like they have just been sweated through and just pierced by many spiders, ripped to shreds a little bit. Um, but you are no longer one with your costume.
I don't think Val would feel very much different.
Probably not. Your teeth. Does Val have fangs?
He would, yeah.
Like already? Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, no. I think for this you no, no, because you're already basically a vampire.
He just
Yeah,
has now a dirty and tattered cape.
yeah, you just have a dirty
probably
cape.
about it. Because he didn't like the cape.
Yeah, you just have a dirty cape.
Yeah.
Just pulls it off. Alrighty.
Val will, because he's gonna have some rope on him. He's gonna go to Garm, and he's gonna tie his hands up and probably look at all of you, and he's like, you can join me if you wish, but I think this one needs to answer for what he did, whether intentional or not.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
We understand that you didn't mean to, but he's right. This is out of our hands. I'm sorry.
So yeah, Val will take him, and he'll look at Artura. You may want to get an upgraded lock for your private study. Is my humble recommendation.
I appreciate that. I will most definitely be upgrading the locks there. Might I? I realize in all the hubbub we never got. Never got to know y'all's names.
My name is Val.
Val.
Dusty, he kind of like raises one hand. He says, "My name is Dusty," and as he does, he like waits for a response and like bows kindly, but then he goes to follow Val wherever he's headed.
Amaris also does a little bow and just goes, Amaris.
Nuri, who is still invisible, there's just suddenly a voice in the corner because she hasn't spoken this entire time. And she's just like, Nuri. No one can even see her.
she's like, she kind of like perks her ears and she's like, all right, well, nice to meet you all. Thank you for help with your help in saving our town. Yes, like Garm, I'm sad to see this happen, but you must. There are consequences to your actions. Just know that, and whatever sentence they assign out, serve it dutifully, and you'll be able to go back to your normal life when it's finished. And he just kind of like
Val,
lowers his head and he's like, yes, Atora.
yeah, Val will nod, and along with at least Dusty, he'll go find the nearest constable or at least high-ranking guard of some kind.
Okay. Anyone else following with that?
No, Amaris is actually gonna say quietly just for Atura to hear. She's just gonna say, do you have any single bedrooms?
Ah, a good question. Does she? You can have the queen-sized. Yes, we do.
How much for it?
Free of charge. Take a rest.
Thank you. And she's gonna head to the room
Okay, I'm
and
just gonna toss you in it.
close the door.
Okay, alrighty. You are in the room.
Nuri would not have followed anyone out. She's still just in the room, invisible.
Okay.
So she would want to talk to Atura. However, I'm happy if you do everyone else's stuff first. I just wanted to let you know before Atura just like leaves.
Okay. Yeah. I figured. All right. So for the guys, so okay. So Amaris goes to bed. Just passes out as soon as her head hits the pillow. I'm assuming. Okay.
It'll take her some time.
Okay. And you lock the door?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that was a private message. Whoops. Sorry. Okay. Alrighty. So for the boys, Val and Dusty, you guys head on out. You notice that the town, it looks like everyone's hungover. But in reality, they're just recovering from, like, being monsters. You do manage to find, what looks to be a high-ranking guard.
As we're traveling, Dusty will actually be talking with Garm and asking him a couple questions.
Oh yeah, definitely. What questions?
Dusty is going to ask, so, Garm, is this the first spell you've ever cast before? Or are you familiar with arcane magic?
It's like I can cast like little tiny spells. I'm not too familiar, but I've done a little bit of stuff.
Okay.
Like, mage hand and stuff.
Okay, some basic stuff. And did you learn that from study? Was this something that was just inherent that you just discovered you could do?
I think I got it from my mom. At least that's what I like to think. She was a magic user too.
She was.
Mm-hmm.
Did you happen to learn how to speak Undercommon from her?
Oh yeah, that's where I heard it.
Okay. And he kind of nods. He says, That would make sense. Well, hopefully you have learned how dangerous spells can be when performed without experience.
Yeah, I am not gonna do that again.
Dusty, he just kind of like nods, says, okay, good to know. Well, I'll be with you here. I'll be with you here. Make sure nothing too bad happens to you. It was an accident after all.
Yeah, I'm sorry about it.
So when we reach this high-ranking guard, Val will just present him and just look at the guard.
Okay. The guard stands about like 6 feet tall. You actually, um, yeah, he seems like a very tall, built human. Dark skin. Um, and he looks over at you guys.
Here's your culprit.
Um, excuse me? What do you mean?
This one decided to go about casting magic he had no knowledge of or what it would actually do, causing the pandemonium that we just had.
Oh, do you have? He kind of seems a little shocked at first, and then turns to the kid and goes, "Did you do this?" And Garm just kind of looks down and kicks his feet a little, and he goes, "I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I didn't know it would go awry." And the guard's like, "Okay, well, I'm gonna have to take you in, and we're gonna have a chat with the captain of the guard, okay?"
So as the guard says, after he says that, Val will then say, look at Garm, and where did you get the book and the spell to do this from?
I took it from a Torah.
With or without permission?
He looks at you just like, really? And he seems so embarrassed and he goes, "Without permission." And the guard kind of looks over and he goes, "So you stole?"
Yes, he did. However, speaking with Atura, and you may want to speak with her as well, it seems as though she and he had sort of an unspoken agreement that she was being light with him when it came to this stuff. So, as far as thievery charges, I believe it would be best to consult with her.
I appreciate that. We'll consult.
Also, just as a note, he did tell us obviously because he was able to cast a spell, I would, when handling him, he is a magic user.
I appreciate that. We'll make sure to take the necessary precautions. Uh, and he's like, "All right. Anything else? I'll take him over to the captain of the guard now."
All right, one last thing. He does not seem to have studied too much magic. My best guess is that he's a sorcerer. He mentioned that it may have come from his mother's side. This tells me that it would not have made a lot of sense for him to have, again, thought too much about casting this spell. I do not believe his intentions were malicious.
All right. I appreciate that. Intentions were not that way, but actions have still been made, and it seems to be he's confessing to it. So because you're complying, and he turns to Garm, he goes, "There's going to be a bit lighter of a punishment since you're complying with us." And Garm kind of nods a little bit.
With
Uh,
that, Val will kind of nudge Garm toward the guard because Gillis will take over from here. This is Val's jurisdiction, so
Okay.
and
Alrighty.
he'll give Val will try to give like a nod or a salute or something like that that would indicate that like a profession,
That what profession?
like a shared profession.
Oh, okay, yeah. And the guard nods back to you. And he actually slips you 3 silver as like a thanks.
And Val will take it and look up at the guard and just, all right. Best of luck with this one.
Appreciate it. Best of luck on your travels. He calls out to one of his other guard friends. He goes, "Hey, get the hand pouches. We got a mage." They come over with like pouches to bind up the hands on top of like the cuffs and
Yeah, I think with that, unless Dusty wants to do something else, I think Val will head back toward the end.
Okay. High or low?
Me?
No, this is actually Emily.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go low.
Okay, let's
I
go
don't normally
low.
say low, but
One's
let's
fine,
go.
man. Okay. Okay, Dusty, he says, would it be all right if I stuck with Garm as long as he's being taken in?
So,
Hmm?
oh, is he talking to Val or?
I think you're talking to the guard, right?
Yes. Yeah, he
Um,
is.
Okay, my bad.
no, you're good. The guard kind of goes, "Well, you'll mostly be sitting in a waiting room, and due to, the chaos that kind of has happened here tonight, you'll be waiting around for a while, and you won't really be able to keep him company, if that's what you're wanting."
He just kind of like cocks his head a little bit. He's like, well, is he going to be taken anywhere to stay in the meantime?
Yes, he'll be taken to the guardhouse. It's also where we have our temporary cells.
Okay. Would I be able to stay with him there?
Not with him. With him, you'll have to stay in a waiting area. And it'll be for a couple hours. But if you wish, I can. I know that we won't be discussing it with the captain until the morning. If you would like to come and be there for the discussion, you can come back.
I think I'll just wait with him for um for now. And I'll probably be there as well, but I just want to make sure he knows someone is there.
All right. You're a good man. Respect. Respect that. He says, "Come along." And you head off with a couple guards in the direction of the guardhouse.
Yeah. Dusty will tell Val to let the party know where he is, what he's doing. Just making sure he's got some company.
If that's what you wish. I'm
Odds.
not familiar with this particular city's protocols, but that sounds about right. Best of luck.
Dusty bows and he says, yes, of course. You as well.
Val will head back to the inn.
Alrighty. You head back to the inn. Dusty heads off to that. We are going to go back to Nuri with Atora.
Real quick, Lady Noir put in the chat, Dusty's going to do a prison break. JK.
I mean,
Prison break.
I'm not saying I'm gonna, I'm not saying I'm gonna do it.
Oh goodness. Okay.
Just not saying I'm not gonna. Anyway, keep going. Sorry.
Alrighty, with that, as soon as everyone kind of like leaves the tavern, leaves the inn, Atora is kind of like, she sets her book off to the side. You notice she picks up the crate of potions and sets them on the bed. Starts kind of like cleaning up the space, and after a moment, she goes, "So, how long do you intend to wait there?"
Still invisible.
Yep.
Um, and her words have kind of like slithered out the door and is kind of keeping watch in the hallway for anyone. Atora, there's a rumor that you know the alchemist. Is this true?
You see her, as she like kind of sets the potions down, she kind of like stands up a little straighter and kind of like folds one arm around her chest and kind of like touches her cheek like with a finger, just kind of like pondering. And she turns towards your direction and she goes, "I will say this. I'm happy to converse with you. A wizard to a wizard. But if you wish to have this conversation, you can at least do the decency of allowing me to see you."
Nuri drops her invisibility and her eyes are like red and puffy from like crying.
Oh. You
Do
see her
you know the alchemist?
you see her kind of slouch and her arms drop a little bit, and she kind of digs around in her like little box basically, and she pulls out a handkerchief and she passes it to you. She goes, "I've heard stories about the alchemist."
So, you don't actually know the alchemist, just stories.
Well, I know if we're talking about general alchemists, yes, I know several alchemists. For the one, I'm assuming for the stories of the comatose patients that come from the Versailles dynasty. I
Is
try
that
not
all you know about them?
no, I try not to spread too much out of respect for my friends over there as to who I believe the alchemist could be. And I try to only share what I know with those who I trust. I trust are going to not harm her.
Her. I see.
Yes, who I believe
I
to be is a her.
and is it true she's woken someone up?
The last correspondence that I had with her, she woke someone up. I don't know if it was a comatose patient of people who have fallen into these magically induced comas. She did mention that she woke them up from a coma. I'm unsure if she specifically meant the ones who've gone into that or if someone who was just bleeding out. You know how rumors can get out of hand. But from what we've conversed, she seems to be on the brink of a discovery with them.
Could you please tell me her name? There's no ill will here. I've been doing my own research. I'm very, very close. My son's in a coma. And my cousin. I will not harm this alchemist.
You see her come and take a step towards you. Where's my mouse? And she gets very close. Not like uncomfortably close, just, closer. And she seems to just be boring into your eyes, like her eyes are drilling into your own. She is doing an insight check. The dirty 20.
Nuri's telling the truth.
Okay.
She seems
As
very crestfallen.
she says, "You will not bring ill will to her. No harm."
No, ma'am.
I'll consider it. But to be fair, I do not trust people I just meet.
All right. Just make your decision quickly so you can tell me. I don't have time to waste. I will be moving on as fast as possible. And with that, Nuri's just going to leave the room. She'll start to leave, stop, and then she'll just give back the handkerchief and then leave.
Okay.
She's going to go down to where Douse is and echo.
As you're leaving, actually no, nothing happens. That is on you. Alrighty. You head back down, and Val, you come into the tavern. And you see Nuri.
Val, I trust it went well. Will you help me get these two a room? They definitely look exhausted.
Oh, get Douse and Echo.
Hey,
Echo.
yes, let's help them get a room, but I don't know about you, but I could use a stiff drink before potentially retiring for the night.
Sounds wonderful. After we get them in bed, I'll treat you to one. Man who almost died deserves it.
Looks a little slightly taken aback because he tried offering the same thing only a few hours ago. But he'll be like, he's kind of taken aback and he's just, all right, let's do that. So that's what they'll do. We'll book
Yes. So I'm assuming we can get a room at the inn for them. Is that correct? Just like
Yes, I just
plan
put
assumption.
them into a room.
Cool. When Nuri drops Douse in his bed,
Okay.
she'll take out her decanter of water, not endless water. Oh no, he has his decanter. She'll just uncork his decanter and pour it on the bracelet.
Oh, okay. So you're watering his
She'll just
bracelet.
be there for like a moment and then like cork it, put it back, and like tuck him into bed.
You guys would notice that Echo probably just either sits in the bed or sits in a chair in the room. He doesn't fall asleep. He just sits there.
Just sitting there.
Okay.
Nuri scribbles a note for Douse and takes out a bag of coins and like sets it next to him and like has the note in his hand for next session. And then she'll go downstairs to buy Val a drink.
Alrighty,
Alright.
you guys can come sit up at the bar where you see the woman who was in the barbarian costume. She's actually like she she's actually not there anymore.
She's probably throwing up.
Yeah. The guy is just cleaning the counter. There's no more alcohol on the counter that was lined up. He's wiping down the counter and yeah. In your insight is very correct, Sierra. She's around the back of the tavern just vomiting, just drinks so much.
That's gonna be a huge tab too.
Yeah.
Oh, can we also acknowledge that there's still a mountain goat in the corner of the room?
Oh my gosh.
Is that still there? Oh my gosh.
It doesn't go away until like the next day or something.
Yeah, it doesn't go away till next dawn, so
Okay.
it actively is just there. I mean, it's gonna obey his wishes, so anything on this floor, it won't eat it.
Yeah, it's just gonna chill in the corner.
Okay,
Yep.
we'll just ignore the goat for now.
And this guy went home. So you guys are the only two left in the bar, with the exception of the giant goat and the barkeeper.
Super married. Okay, keep going.
Val
Oh
will
my
look,
gosh.
Val will look at the barkeep and be like, if you don't mind, just 2 more drinks before retiring yourself.
He gives a little salute, pours 2 tankards, and puts them in front of you, and he goes,
Oh, no, I will, if you don't mind, if you have some whiskey on hand,
ah,
like something a little more stiff.
alrighty. In that case, he pulls the tankards back, pulls out 2
Oh, you
glass.
can leave the tankards. I'll pay for it. Don't worry. I don't want you to have to waste your good alcohol you just pulled out.
All right.
That
He
and
leaves,
the whiskey.
he leaves that out, and he pulls 2 glass cups out where he pours some whiskey in there and hands it to you both.
Nuri's just gonna push over a platinum coin.
Oh, and he takes it, and his eyes grow wide and pockets that into his change pouch that's on him, and he nods and he goes, pleasure doing business. And just so you know, I'm going to be up for a little while, so if you need more drinks, just ask.
Nods.
And he says just holler, because he actually goes into the kitchen.
Well, Nuri's gonna just take the tankard and start drinking.
Val,
Chug, 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 chug.
Val will wait a moment and he'll very slowly sip his whiskey. He's gonna very much enjoy it. Take it slow. So, did you talk to Artura?
Yes. The alchemist, she believes, is a she. It's one of her friends. In a letter, she did say that her friend woke up someone from a coma, but rumors spread and grow out of proportion, so it was not necessarily a magical coma. Could have just been they were bleeding out kind of coma kind of thing. So it's not 100% positive. And yeah, but apparently the alchemist is close. And, I mean, I'm also very close, so it probably wouldn't be worth the trip down there anyways. But no name was given.
No location.
Well, the Versailles dynasty, but that's what the rumor already said. No definite location.
Well, it's more than we had before.
Yes, the alchemist is a she. That is for sure now. That's progress.
You think Artura has been telling you the truth?
I don't know. There's no way to know for sure, right? There's
What's
no
your heart
reason.
tell you?
Sorry, what?
What's your heart
Oh, what's
tell
I don't know, Val. I'm just tired. I'm exhausted of the whole process. And there's no reason to lie about it. Whether it's true or not, it's just essentially more rumors. So I can just take it as it is.
Rumors always have a starting point, though.
That's what I always say.
I have no doubt, Nuri, that should you be determined enough to find this alchemist, that you'll eventually find her.
Nuri's gonna just like take the rest of their tankard and like chug it all the way down. Whatever's left of it.
It's gonna offer you some of mine, but all right. He's just he's like slowly, like he hasn't even quite finished a shot glass yet, just very slowly.
Nuri's in it.
But word of caution. Because again, I have no doubt you'll find her, but for you, I don't think it's a question of if you find her. I think it'll be a question of how you find her. Don't let your determination and your focus blind you to what's happening around you as you pursue this goal.
A little late for that. I burned a town down recently.
You guys did not tell me that.
Well, I don't know if you noticed, but the party is walking on eggshells around me. They're afraid of me. Douse is scared to even see me walk off on my own. He's not totally wrong, though. He assumed I was going to do something, and I was.
When me and Echo recommended you all to the Adventurers Guild, we meant it. We absolutely did. We still stand by that recommendation. But I will say the recommendation only holds if you stay together as a group and work together as a team. Because that's what we've seen you do. That's how you saved a town. What I'm suggesting is not easy. Don't get me wrong. But you're gonna have to trust your friends in your quest to find the alchemist and ultimately the cure for this coma. It needs to be stopped. It's a very worthy goal, especially one for newly appointed adventurers as yourselves. That's what me and Echo are looking into in our own way. But you'll have to trust them and let them in. If you leave yourself isolated, Because there's more than one way to isolate yourself, not just physically. You'll find yourself lost much faster otherwise.
But what if
Yes.
opening up will only hurt them?
Oh, that's the funny thing about trust, isn't it? It's two ways. Is you have to ask yourself this question. You must be immensely honest with yourself. Can you continue as you are right now?
No.
I think you'll be surprised how your friends react. They may be shocked at some things, they may question some other things. It's part of being alive. I have enough life still left in me to know that. I would trust them in the sense of what they ultimately do. Not just off their reactions, but what they ultimately choose to do. Douse may have followed you, not because he doesn't trust you, but probably because he just cares that much. There's a lot of things that you're going to have to learn to accept, and also an equal amount of things that you're going to have to let go. And I won't tell you what to let go and what to accept. That's not my place. But I will say I support your quest here.
Thank you, Val.
Finishes the shot glass fully. Pours another one. Puts the bottle in the middle. I will say one other piece of advice, if you want it. When it's time for people to walk down the hill, it is their choice and nobody else's. Because if I'm being honest with you and also being vulnerable with you, if I found myself on that hill, I think I'd like to see what's down there.
Do you wish Mars hadn't brought you back?
If you're asking if I was at the hill, no, I wasn't at the hill.
Do you wish you could have gone to the hill?
Now that is a question I'm trying to be honest with myself about. Because living in a state such as this or that of Echo, I wouldn't wish upon anybody. It's not an easy existence. It's a half-life. curse life to many of us. But if you ask if I regret adventuring and trying to help people out, no. So I try to be patient and wait for my time and wait for that choice. But it has not yet been proposed to me. At least not for a long time. And he starts taking full shots of his whiskey at this point.
Nuri will just the shot of whiskey that she had, she'll quickly just drink that. Set it down. I don't know if this half-life curse state that you're in can be undone for you and Echo, but if it can, Val, and you could live in a full existence, and then when you're old, go down the hill. If that is something you want, if I survive, I will highly likely actually die. It's very, very likely. Whew, probably should have died many times already. It's up there. So, but if I survive, I'll do all I can to help reverse it or fix it in any way. I'm pretty smart. Maybe not the wisest. But...
He actually kind of laughs, chuckles a bit, which he doesn't do very often. Now that sounds like a good use of the study of necromancy to me.
She'll get up from the bar. I'm extremely grateful for you, Val. And Echo. Might be forward of me to say, but you really do feel like family. Felt the most like me when I saw you guys walking. So if you need anything, reach out. Find someone to cast sending or something. And I'll come running to help.
Only if you do the same.
Well, I'll hold out for really important moments, because otherwise I'd be calling you like every other day, and I don't think that would work really for your traveling schedule and PTO.
Well, I give you permission to err on the side of too many times.
Thank you, Val. And Nuri's actually just gonna go over and hug him.
He awkwardly hugs her back.
And as you guys
Not
are
because he doesn't
hugging,
want to, it's just he's not used to it.
as you guys are hugging, you hear this from the goat in the corner as it just bleats out just a goat noise.
Val kind of looks at the goat and and then he pushes a thought out.
Also, that was
it.
amazing. Both of you guys will receive inspiration for that conversation. That was just beautiful. Parker, I'm not gonna lie, you literally brought tears to my eyes at one point in that conversation. That was beautiful.
See, now this This is why we invite you back.
With
Oh.
that beautiful embracing hug at 1 a.m. in the morning on Midsummer's Haunt evening in an empty tavern with a giant goat, we are going to end tonight's session.
Very
Correction.
nice.
There's a goat there as of right now.
As of right now.
Well, I mean,
Oh, I see
technically,
Val
wait.
thinking.
He is a
Dawn-
vampire. Dawn is when the light starts to rise. That's
Yeah, it's when it starts to rise. So it'll be there until it either dies. I mean, if the two conditions are reduced to 0 hit points or dawn. So, I mean,
Val
Yeah,
can go.
why let it go to
vampire on
waste?
Yeah, go vampire on it, Val.
Giant goat, fresh for the taking.
Okay, I did put this in the private chat, but is the goat too big to even fit through the door? Is it just stuck in the tavern for
Yeah.
it is.
until it disappears?
It is stuck
Yes.
in the tavern, yes. With its normal sized doors. A large
Yes.
goat. No way it's getting out.
With that, we will end tonight's session, guys. We love you so much. Thank you so much to Parker and the Not One Nerds for coming and joining us for
Yes.
this arc here. We are so grateful to have you guys. We love Val and Ego, and we love you guys. Any final thoughts from players or anyone in the chat?
Check out the merch.
Yes.
That's
We
true.
need to get Val and Echo merch, like pictures. Like
Yes, we
actual
need
drawings.
descriptions.
Oh my
so we
gosh,
can follow up.
yes.
Val and Echo merge.
Yes.
Val and
Yes.
Echo merge. All I'm saying is you can take notes in Nuri's notebook. So
Yeah.
Yes, you can. You can take notes in the notebook that is every session.
In case
Alrighty.
people were wondering, I have 42 pages of notes from this campaign, and it's only session 29.
not too
Wow.
shabby. Not too shabby.
There we go.
Oh.
Alrighty.
Final count.
Yes.
13 nat 20s, 3 nat 1s, 1 high and 2 lows. That's pretty low for
That's really low for
that's
us,
really
guys.
low for us. You switched sides. Usually this one is the one that filled. That's why these boxes are so big. But yeah.
Maybe we need an
Yeah.
expansion on the
Maybe
20
I do.
box.
Maybe that's
Also,
what
I
this
think-
section's actually for.
I think I rolled the most nat 20s tonight.
You did.
Yeah, can we talk about how 2 of these were players and then the rest were you?
And we survived that.
And we
Yeah.
survived that?
I can't believe it. You guys survived. So,
Yeah.
well, we love you guys so much. Thank you so much for coming and joining us for the stream tonight. Check out the Nat One Nerds. They are amazing. They have really great and informational podcasts. So listen to them. They're awesome. Well, we love you guys, and we are saying goodbye to the Nat One Nerds tonight. Hopefully, they get to come back soon. So, love you guys, and have a wonderful night and a very happy Halloween. So,